going live. We're going live with confidence and ease. This is my 4 p.m. live. Come on in. Let me know where you're from as we prepare to get started, friends. This is a live that you know you can learn and grow from. So feel free to come in. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you coming in. As you come in, let me know if there's any questions about the go live process, friends. So again, we're going to get started shortly. Sometimes when I go live, we go in so many different directions. So I try to make sure that I'm answering questions for both you here on YouTube. So if you have questions, feel free to come in, let me know what's going on. I'm happy to answer questions. And if you are new to my live, feel free to say I'm new, put that in the chat as well. And I tell you all the time, give me a thumbs up to say you like the live. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, click that subscriber button so you can subscribe to the channel. All right. So I tell people all the time, this is our growth season. This is our go season. We are here. We're trying to grow. We're trying to build. We're not being complacent. We're not being sluggish and non-engaging. All the things. I want you guys to know that this is something you can do with confidence and ease. So that's what we talk about here, friends. So feel free to come in. Let me know if there's any questions as you get ready to get started, friends. Okay. So we are gonna go and grow. I'm looking at my content. So let me know if there's questions, friends. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate all the support as you guys come on in and engage. And then come on in and let me know if there's questions too. So we'll get going in a second here as well. Let's see. I know I usually have some questions that I have to answer before I go over on the TikTok side, but I am going to get started in just a few minutes. So feel free to come in. Just making sure. Feel free to come in and let me know if you have any questions. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I have a friend that asked me a question. I want to make sure I answered it. Let me. Okay. All right, friends. Appreciate you all coming in. Let me know if there's any questions as you get as you guys get going. Let's see. Appreciate you coming in. Hello, everybody. How you doing? All right. If you are new to my live, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up, but also put in the comments new. And if you have subscribed already, if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. I'm just starting my live. I was sitting here looking at a few messages. Actually, what had happened was that I had not gone back to check my inbox messages. And so I was trying to catch up on a few messages before I clicked that go live, so I didn't mess around and miss some key questions that were being asked. So, give me 1 second. Thank you all for coming in. If you're new, come on in. Self-scheduling. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Appreciate you all being here. All All right, friends, thank you so much for being here. I am Dr. Lisa. Go ahead and give me a like if you are here at the live right now. Like the live, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so already. Click that subscriber button to subscribe to the channel, and also the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. Hello, everybody. Feel free to put hello in the chat, say hi, how you doing, but also ask questions. This is an interactive live, so don't be shy. We like to talk. Let me know if there's any questions that are relevant to live streaming. I have to put a preference over here just so that y'all know I'm looking for live streaming questions. But with that being said, I do co-stream, so we're going to go on the TikTok side for a second, or for the live itself, and then we're going to get to talking and chatting over there. So thank you so much for the compliments. I see the compliments, appreciate it. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Florida. And some of the other questions I get. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for the hair compliments, the lips compliments, lipstick compliments, my skin. I appreciate all the beauty compliments, and I'm happily married. Always like, are you married? I'm married. So I appreciate you all. Thank you for all the compliments. And then let me know if you go live. Let me know if you have any questions about going live. My moderator is the Idea Barista, so she'll come in soon, and she's going to moderate the chat and answer any questions you all may have. So feel free to ask questions too. What is it? What the other ones are? So we'll use that. Let me know if there's any questions. So, all right, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to come in. Let me know if there's any questions. I'm married, but I appreciate the comments. You guys, thank you so much. You guys are so nice. So let's stay focused. We're gonna stay focused on live stream. I was reading the comments. You guys was like, you're stunning. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take the compliments. But look here, let's stay focused. If you have not liked the live, like that live. Give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click that subscriber button as well. Let me know if you have any questions about subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. And as you get going, just know that this is what it's all about. We're going to come in here. We're growing together. We are doing what we need to do to build. So don't be nervous or shy or scared. Come on in and ask questions so that you can have opportunities to build up your community as well. Okay? So we'll get to talking about that. So I'm going to go over here. Thank you so much for the compliments. Appreciate you all. Thank you for being here, and we're about to get going. All right, so I'm going live on TikTok. We're going to get live in a second. Thank you for the likes. Hello, TikTok. We're talking about live streaming tips. We're talking about live streaming tips for a beginner. Come on in. If you have questions, feel free to come in, ask questions, engage. I want you guys to know and grow as you go live with confidence and ease. There is no need for you to be afraid to go live as a beginner live streamer. I'm going to give you tips to go live specifically on TikTok. So I want you to go live on TikTok and other platforms, but you're going to go live on TikTok and learn how to grow your community. So feel free to come in, ask me questions. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Let me know how I can best support you. So feel free to come in. We're going to talk all things going live. I want you guys to feel confident with your live streaming. I want you to grow. Hello, how you doing, friend? How you doing, Sherry? Come in. Thank you so much for being here. Are you new to going live? Come on in. We get to talking and chatting. Some of my other friends are going to join us shortly. I usually spend a few minutes just engaging the live stream and the chat. I want you guys to feel confident to ask questions in the beginning as you come on into the room. We're going to be talking about going live with ease and confidence. So come in if you are curious about TikTok Live and how to be a live host and how to understand and learn the features. Lola, how are you? Thank you for coming back, friend. Thank you. How you doing, Chica? How are you, friend? Thank you for being here as well. Thank you all for coming in. Let me know if there's questions. We're going to get started. Today's topic, we'll see how we flow, how we flow this conversation. Because earlier we went in a couple different directions. Now my board, that was a conversation earlier, so I'm going to talk about that. But just know that going live, you should mark it. You should talk about what your topic is about. In the beginning, you're hearing me say clearly we're talking about live streaming tips, beginner tips to go live, to become a live host. So I'm being very clear with the algorithm, what the live stream is about. And as people come in, that maybe terms people are searching, how to go live on TikTok, go live with confidence. I'm nervous to go live. I'm scared. How to be a live host. What is a live host? Those are things that people might search. So you want to make sure you're spending some time early on talking to your community, engaging people who are coming in. And so you want to try your best to help the algorithm know a little bit more about what you're doing, what you're talking about. Hi, Charles. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you coming in and joining us as well. Let me know if there's any questions. Amanda, thank you for being here as well. Appreciate you joining, friend. Come on in. And so what I'm doing is, as you guys are coming in, there's a little option to say hi, and I click that so you guys can see that as well. So there's a little wave that happens on your screen. I know that because I also have my other account over here engaging with the live, and I've done it to Ed, and I'll have that screen that says hi. So it's just another way for people to come in and know that you are live. Dr. Foster, how are you as well? Thank you so much for popping in, sir. Appreciate you being here. Feel free to ask any questions. How's everything going with your live stream as you guys are starting to go live? Thank you so much. I see the go live stickers. Thank you, Chica. Thank you. Appreciate it, friend. Now, what I haven't done, and I'm about to do it in a second, what I haven't done is share out my live. So that's the next step. Thank you for that daily heart me. Hello, Miss K Latte. How are you doing? So sharing out your live, tapping your screen, getting that early engagement in your live is going to be so important. It helps the algorithm know a little bit about what's going on with your live, and sharing it out to people is important because that's where you start getting some of your friends and followers in a room. There's also this notion, like if you have a sluggish start in a beginning of your live, depending on what you are used to seeing in your live stream, if there's a sluggish start, then you may even start over. So there's some people who do that also. How do you feel about using the computer versus the phone to go live, especially for teaching? You know, Hey, how you doing, Carol? Voice Guru, thank you. I'm well, Dr. Lisa. How you doing? I'm doing well today. The computer, you know what? It's okay. So a couple things you need to know about the computer. Live Studio is the platform for the computer or a laptop. And so the mobile camera, mobile device is here for the phone or for your tablet or your phone. So you have to have Live Studio to go live on TikTok. That means you go onto the web page for TikTok, you log into your account, then you go to more, and then you click Live Studio, and you are on. You download Live Studio, and you learn how to use it. It is a learning curve. It's not a huge learning curve, but it is different from the mobile device. Leanne, you heard me talking about Live Studio. Dr. Foster is asking about it, and so Leanne uses it, I think, daily. I think you use Live Studio. Is that fair to say you use it daily? Leanne, hello, friend. I think she uses it daily, every day. There we go, every day. And so, because of Live Studio, there is a little bit of a learning curve. So you got to get, I think you just got to get accustomed to formatting your live, getting a sense of how you're going to set your live up. If you're going to do kind of a computer horizontal setting or the vertical setting. She uses it because she's an artist. So I would definitely tell you to connect with Leanne, because she's using it every day, and she's been using it every day for, I think you're now at 3 or 4 months, maybe 4 months. Is that fair to say? I'm thinking October, November, December, and now we're in January, so almost 4 months. Hey Robin, how you doing? Hey, my friend Peaches, boom boom, Peaches in the room. Hey y'all. Thank you so much. Okay, so connect with Leanne. Quality person is here ready to support. Appreciate your friends. Come on in. And so I would tell you, here's my thoughts about it. And let me be very clear. I've used Live Studio probably officially 3 times. Okay. So officially 3 times. It was a learning curve. Not a big super fan of it, to be honest with you. There's still some updates to the software. You get more functionality and features on the phone, on the mobile device, than you do on Live Studio because they haven't integrated all the features yet. So there's that to consider, that you're almost kind of compromising a little bit of your stream because you don't have all the functionality. However, people who love it love it. The gamers, Leanne, she's using it for her art. People see it. There's some cool ways to showcase your content. So, in terms of integrating other camera sources and stuff, so it could work. It could really work for you. So it just depends on what you're trying to do in your life. Yes, girl, gorgeous. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Peaches. You said I enjoyed it. You enjoyed using it, Carol. I used it for the first time 2 days ago, so you did enjoy it. Okay, and you know, Carol's a voice. She's a voiceover guru. She's a guru, and so you said I like having choices. There we go. Yeah. So it just depends on how you are going to show your content too. One of the things that people still kind of are dealing with is if you're trying to have panel boxes and you want to have guests up, there's an echo that people are experiencing. So the viewer experience, they're hearing this echo. So it's a little off-putting. It's something you have to kind of figure out what's the right thing. I don't know if it's a audio from from the live studio in, or the guests. I'm glad I asked. Is it for Mac too? It is for Mac. You could do it for Mac. You can do it for Mac. Yeah. So if have you how long have you been going live? Because if you haven't been going live a super long time, Live Studio may not be a learning curve for you because it's like, oh, okay, well, this is what it is. This is my live experience. Um, I don't know. Hey, Holly Q, how you doing, friend? I don't know. 3 weeks. Okay, yeah, so that's still relatively new. So you should be fine with picking it up. Um, Leanne and I guess Carol or anybody else with the live studio for, I guess, for Mac, and then just thinking about what does it mean to have more views and engagement in your live. I think that's comparable. I almost felt like I wanted to say similar to voice chat, like you see a dip, but I don't know if that's true. I don't think it's true. I think Live Studio has enough of a stream because you are streaming horizontal. And so that's what I was thinking, like maybe there's a little bit of a dip that happens and then you can get it picked back up and then it can really grow. But let me know, what's your thoughts there, friends? I'm curious to hear people who use Live Studio. Is there somewhat of a dip and then it climbs, or does it, for somebody who's new, their their experience with having the rooming is still a work in progress. So you didn't I didn't expert it as a, you're not expert as of yet. Yeah, so didn't experience that maybe, huh? So it just depends. Like I said, I don't know. I felt like it was like so different for me. Didn't experience a dip. Okay, you didn't experience it. Okay. Leanne, I don't know if she's still in the room. Thank you all who came in. I appreciate you all coming in. Let me do this. I'm still sharing out the live. If you guys don't mind sharing it out as well, we got to talking, and I didn't share it out, so I just wanted to make sure I did that as well. You said my views are good, I think, and consistent. When we look at my impressions, they were really good. So that's what I'm saying. I think they climbed over time. It would be interesting to go back when you first started, but maybe that was the newness of everything too. So it could have been all of it, all of the above. I'll download and test it. Great answer. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, so I think it's worth trying it and just seeing, especially as you're still trying to figure out your live stream format. It's still early enough to kind of play around with stuff. And not that you can't ever pivot. I always tell people that when it comes to live streaming, you can make choices to pivot in your content, how you stream, what you're talking about. You can always pivot. Now, where that becomes, you want to kind of tread lightly and have a little bit of discernment before you totally pivot, is as you're building a community and people are following you because of one topic, one content area that you're doing, or a topic that you're really going deep into, and then you totally change it on them. So that could be problematic. So you always want to kind of pay attention to how you're doing it. I think the consistency is key, really, really to get your point. My views on the phone are lower. Interesting. So do you think it's based on the device then? Interesting. Okay. So because you've been so consistent on Live Studio, we did talk about that. I remember talking about that. We did see a little bit of a dip in your phone when you were using a phone device and going live. Okay. Okay. So that's something to consider. I mean, in terms of how you are proceeding. Yeah. So if you're gonna go with one format versus the other, maybe that's it. I do night lives on the phone and I do those inconsistently. Yeah. So it's probably the time, it's the device, it's the consistency. It's all of the above. Thank you so much. How you doing, Y2D? Thank you so much. Hello, Carol, coming on back in the room. So yeah, so all that stuff you had to pay attention to. So I was going to talk about the board real quick. When I was in my 10 o'clock, the board did not show up. I would click all the different board options. When I started this live, it did show up. Now it did not show my agency one, though, the Greater Network. I'm going to try it again in a second. I'm assuming a live studio could be better with slides. Well, yes, you can. Yes, yes. It would be better to have Live Studio because you can have two camera sources and you can integrate. Is that the right language, Leanne? Because Leanne does this more often than I, way more often. So she probably would understand. I think it's camera sources. So you're pulling from two different areas of your computer. So yes, you could do that. What lighting are you using? You look fabulous. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for that. Lighting, I do have stage lights that I'm using. I'm still waiting for my husband to install my new ceiling fan. He has not done that, so stage lights are the only thing I have right now. And then my filter, my effect also has a little bit of a brightening to the room, to my light, to my smoothing out, my lipsticks, all that stuff. That's the effect. It's called the heart gesture. Yes, you could display your full screen or a window. Okay, there you go. Full screen or a window. It's just flattering. Thank you so much. I receive compliments. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, so you could show it both ways. And there, like I said, there are people who use it daily. Joel comes in here. Have you guys connected with him? He does stock market. He uses Live Studio and thank you for the follow. The majority of his screen is his other camera source where he's showing the platform that he's using for stock market training. And then he's like at a banner at the top. So he's definitely using two different sources. So it'll be interesting to see how he does it. And then he'll kind of transition to different screens and slides, it looks like, too. So he does it a couple different ways. So I would definitely say explore, depending on what your topic is, explore different people and how they're doing it. Like I said, Leanne, I love her format. I like the sound of that. Yeah. So definitely explore different ways to do it. If you go to Leanne's, you'll see her where she's actually drawing. Whereas Joel isn't drawing. He's not. That other screen seems to be another camera source where maybe he's showing the stock market platform itself, and then he has some other slides and presentations he'll kind of show as well. So it's pretty interesting how he does his lives. And again, all of it is Live Studio. TikTok gave me the heart me, y'all. The heart me as a flash goal. It's 8 of them. Let's see if that is even realistic, because I know we got some folks coming back. Hey, Vibe Wellness, I saw you come in. Joel used the image for one of his sources, I think. You think he used the image? It seems like I've seen like a slide image. It's funny you say that. I think so. And then he'll go back and forth between the platform. I need to get over there. Yeah, so I need to go over there and check it out some more. Thank you so much for that daily heart me. I appreciate you holding your heart me. You can use the image. You can use the image as well. Yep. So they did that to me this morning. TikTok is so messy. So messy. I agree. Just so messy. I am pathetic, but I am still stuck on how to create a flyer. And when I do, when I do a chat room, help. What you mean? A flyer? I'm pausing by wellness. Let me know if you want to come up and chat. I'm trying to think. Are you just talking about like a flyer in Canva? What do you mean by a flyer? Thank you so much for the 1 month. Look at you celebrating you, friend. So, Val Wellness, let me know what you meant by that. Are you just trying to say a flyer for from Canva? Yes, I will come up. Okay. I don't know if a flyer will be helpful. I know. Yeah, let me know what you meant by that. I'm gonna pull you up, friend. And anybody in the chat, add Pink and Stir. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, how are you? By the way, I saw you. Yeah. When I go into Dr. Trish's chats in the morning, she has an image up there that
Oh,
you can see. And I have tried everything, and she's told me before she did, but I did it and it didn't work. So I was wondering if you knew how to do that, because when you go to her room, she's in chat form,
yeah.
but she's got this image up on top. At least I think she's on chat. Maybe she's not on chat. Maybe she's just going live.
She's just going
I don't
live.
know.
She went live. It was 100%
It's
live.
just going live, and then she puts an image up
That's
there, and
it.
that's all you can see. Is
That's
that
all
what
it.
it is?
That's it. Green
Oh
screen.
my god!
That's it. She didn't know. Yeah, what's
But
that?
she's not doing chat.
No, not at all. Not at all. And so yeah, she talked about it previously. You didn't get my email yesterday, and you ain't been here yesterday because she's no longer with us. So for
Oh,
the
Dr.
record,
Trish.
yes. So yes,
Okay.
yeah. But with that, yeah, that process is just a green screen. That's an overlay on her screen. That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
You
Okay.
said nope.
Okay. No, I try to pop in at least once a day, so I guess I missed that event. My goodness. Oh well.
You've been busy. You've been busy. Your event is
I've been
tomorrow, isn't
really
it?
busy. Yeah, my event is coming up in a couple of weeks,
Oh, a
so
couple
I've been
weeks. Okay.
busy. Yeah, it's on 21st. Yeah.
21st. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah,
Okay.
that's all it is.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just a
Well, that's
regular
where
live
it's at.
screen overlay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Mystery
Okay.
solved. All right,
Okay.
friend. Take
Hello,
care.
lovely. Okay. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. All right. So, yeah, that's a green screen overlay. Yeah. You said hello, lovely. That's sweet. You said nope. What's the note for Halleck? But you guys, let me just say this: Halleck and Carol, you guys were awesome, awesome, awesome with the podcast conversation. I was saying earlier today, my eyes and my ears are open. I'm trying my best to move stuff around, make some space for all the things, and that's something I definitely want to integrate. So I'm thinking quarter 2, no less than quarter 3. Okay, those are the next phase for this year. 2023 is going. I mean, 2026 is busy, but we gonna fit it all in. Sure. Hello, how you doing, Sultry Nan? Appreciate it. Wow, things change every day. No, we've been cruising. We've been cruising. But no, I sent an email. So if you guys want to reference the email, I shared a little bit more yesterday. Um, the year of the horse. Yes, yes. I shared a little bit more yesterday, but ultimately, yeah, it it's business. It's business. So yeah, so everybody got that. Hello, how you doing, pretty Momo? Thank you so much for being here. Others who came in the room, I might have missed you all. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. We do have that pesky flash goal of the heart me. So if you can support that flash goal, I would appreciate it. Well, we'll see how this goes. TikTok always tries to throw a little curveball. Oh, thank you, Lee Ann. I see you, friend. Hello, Michelle. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you so much for being here. We achieved it, y'all. Appreciate everybody coming through. Yes, we are moving and growing. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are definitely growing. So, a couple things. The our Zoom meeting, we'll have that tomorrow. We officially announced that we're doing our retreat for the agency June. So that has been announced. The registration is open as we speak. We're finalizing the details with a hotel block. You'll hear that announcement early February. We got to sign the contract, do a walkthrough, all the stuff. So all that is going to be happening too. So just know we're doing some big things in 2026. We are absolutely doing some big things. So um, and you all are growing. I am over the moon how much you guys are growing. Flores, you had a really good live, friend. You came back on this Saturday. Look at you. I saw you, friend. She was like, I don't do Saturdays. But no, I know you are able to do it now because the farmers market hasn't started yet. So I know that's your busy period. You said second Saturday in a row. Look at you. I love it. I love it. You are doing it. I have to admit, y'all are on this leaderboard. Y'all are climbing that leaderboard. You said I saw 100. Yes. Yeah, her room is growing. And so here's what she is very much looking at her analytics. She's looking at other data points. You know, she's a big fan of making sure that she organizes her life, her talking points and stuff. So because of, I'm going to say a couple things. She has multiple things that she's doing. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to say the consistency is probably the number one, because the algorithm has learned her, and now at the same time she's being very strategic and intentional about what she's saying, how she's saying it, what she's talking about. She's very focused on her topic. Obviously, plants. So now, because of all that, it's working. And people who are in the gardening niche, who are looking and searching for that topic, she understands, like, okay, let's play TikTok's game. There's a way you could do this. So I just want you guys to know that's the consistency too. That's really important. Okay, because you're letting the algorithm get to know you. All right, because as you go live, you know, it's listening to what you're saying. Thank you guys for the gifts and the populars. And so it's listening to what you're saying. It's hearing every word. It's taking it all in. So as a live host, you want to make sure the algorithm knows your topic, understands what you're talking about. You're sharing stuff in your stories. Thank you all for sharing the live. Sharing stuff that's relevant to your topic in your story. You want to make sure that that if anybody comes to your page right now, they should instantly know what your topic is. That's what I would tell you first and foremost. Welcome back. So if you go to your content right now, or give it to a significant other or somebody else and say, just look at just look at my page and tell me what you think I talk about. Just take a guess. And if they can't guess after looking at maybe 5 to 10 of your posts, then Houston, we got a problem. Okay? So that's how consistent you want to be with your live stream. Okay? Coach, I got 100,000 likes. You said, you're rising. I love it. We are rising. I love that. I love that. Yes. So just kind of keep that in mind. And if you don't have a lot of content, you need to make some content. Okay. You said the biggest thing I see is when I go to the live, they aren't talking about the topics, that they are just chilling. You got to. You got to talk about your topic. You got to let TikTok know, what your topic's about in your live stream. You got to be intentional about saying, this is what we're talking about, TikTok. The live is talking, you're being very intentional about that topic. And so if you're just chilling, that's not helpful, because you're not talking. From the moment, the first 3 to 5 minutes are critical. Okay? You said I have to pull Listen, if I have to pull out of you what your topic is, then there's an issue. That's true. That's true. Very true. Very true. Yeah. If so, Flores is basically saying she shouldn't have to ask questions. She should know clearly what your live is about, because you're being intentional about that topic. And so just know that's a big piece of it. Let me know if you guys don't mind tapping and sharing out the live as well. So we'll get some taps and shares. Let's get the taps to the shares to 1K 100K if we can. Thank you so much. How you doing, Urban Eye Candy? But that's so important. And the very beginning of your live, you gotta talk. That's the biggest takeaway I heard from my point of contact with TikTok. She said you got to talk about your topic, and if you are not talking in the beginning, and you see the sluggishness that's happening, then some people do restart. I mean, some of the live pros and stuff, they realize, okay, something went wrong. And 9 times out of 10, if you go back and look at, and I'm going to tell everybody to do this exercise too. So I talked about the content side of to know what your live stream is about. I'm going to also say, I say this all the time, look at your recordings. I do a little bit of both. Folks in the room ask questions and we discuss. I'm not always drawing. That's true. If you go back and look at your live recording, and I know that is like, oh my gosh, I gotta look at my recording. Look and see, how did you start? Look at the first 5 to 10 minutes. How did your live start? What did you talk about? What happened? My recordings lag. I don't know what that means. But look at your recordings. Those first 10 minutes when you're waiting for people to talk about your topic, say your keywords. You got to say those keywords. Yeah, say those keywords. Flourish, I don't know how you feel, friend. Do you want to come up and talk a little bit? Let me know if you do. I'm happy to have you pull up just so that people can hear it a little bit more. Because her live, what's happened is she did her little vacation in December. She did a little vacation in December, took some time away. And now she done came back with a vengeance, and she's like rocking and rolling, y'all. It really is. It's fascinating to see the growth that's happened over the last, I'm gonna say 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. It does not load fast to watch them. Interesting. I would say something's wrong with your Wi-Fi or your internet. I think that's something that's on your end. So you might want to look and see if that lag is happening. It's probably happening too. You got to make sure when you do your streaming, your live stream too, that is working. Yes, I'm sure you can. Let me have you come up. Use any new tapper and let's see how it works. Using your new tapper. Thank you all who are coming in. I see you. Okay, I will check. Thank you, Coach. You're welcome. Thank you all who are here. Feel free to tap and share out the live. I just accepted Flourish. Thank you so much for being here, Fran. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey.
Hey, Fran. Hello.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
All right. So, what do you want me to talk about there, Doc?
Well, you know what? Then like I said, you went on vacation like mid-December. I know you had a little vacation. It was the birthday trip, and you came back, and things. It was a turnaround. It was like a nice little climb that's been happening for you over these last 3 weeks now, maybe 4 weeks. We're probably in week 4.
Yeah, we're just coming into week 4.
Okay.
And I literally went from having consistently 20 to 30 people in the room now.
And let me say something. When you were doing that, I remember right around that time you were dealing with some restriction issues too.
Yes.
Okay, so that stopped. And what was the change? Well, let's start there. What happened to make that stop? Was that just the your bio with the link in the bio, or was it?
Yep.
Okay, so talk about it so people know what happened.
Removed in my bio. I had the link to my actual business page, and I've removed that completely. Which some people would go, well, that's the whole purpose I'm on here. I want to drive people to that place, but you can't do that according to their community standards. So that's number 1. Number 2, like Coach said, I'm very consistent. I might not be on exactly at 8 a.m. Sunday through Friday, but I'm on 8-ish.
Right.
And I'm on for at least 2 hours every single time. Not an hour and a half, not an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So that first 10 minutes, I know I'm saying the word plants, plant care, tropical plants, house plants. I'm saying, and it may not make any sense to anybody at all who's just coming in the room, because I'm literally just going plants, house plants, plant care, philodendrons, monsteras, pothos. I mean, I'm just like rambling in words.
Right.
And it's like, I can literally watch within 20 minutes. When I hit the 20-minute mark, when I slide it over, and I look at my time, my live analytics, it just booms. At the 16-minute mark, almost like clockwork, I get my flash goal, and the numbers just go straight up from there. I've had over 300 in the last 7 days, twice in my room.
Yeah. And what she's talking about is the actual number in the room, because her viewers is like thousands, but the number that's showing up in the top corner, yeah, she's hit that mark a couple. Well, you said the past 2 days, 3 days.
I've had over 300 twice in the last 7 days.
7 days. Okay. Yeah. So, Dr. Foster, she's the second person that has talked about pushing people off the platform, messaging in her live. And what we deduced was that it was another creator in the agency, Tiny Stiletto, that said she removed the link in her bio, and that stopped it. And then I told Flourish that, and that essentially was what was happening. It was that link in bio. So
they put it there, but they don't want you to use it.
Now in all fairness, both of you are business accounts too.
Correct.
So I don't know if that is a factor, but that sounds weird and counterproductive because you're in a business account. So of course you would have a business page. So I think the reason why I say that is because maybe the notion is that you're selling, and they're like, oh, you need to be selling in TikTok and not your page. So maybe that's part of it, but they both were getting that message, and they removed that link in bio.
Got that a lot. And I always make sure my content disclosure is on for my brand.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on not only with my lives, I put it on with all of my videos as well. If I'm going to mention my site on it, that is going to be on. So that's a big thing there.
So Leanne asked the question about folks engaging. So once you start your warm up routine where you're saying all the words that matter to your live stream, you're being very intentional about those keywords. People start coming in. And are you saying things to them to get them to start chatting and engaging?
Most of my regulars who come in are like usually my first ones because they're waiting for that my 8-ish to start.
Right. I got you.
And they all know that my very first goal when I walk into the room is I want 10K in 10 minutes. And I don't call them taps, I call them sprinkles of love. Because I found out too that every time you say tap, it's triggering that algorithm again. And it's only sending you people who will tap.
Interesting. Okay, tell me more. That's interesting.
I did it for 2 weeks. I said tap, and all I got was a bunch of people who tapped, and my monetization was kind of plateaued. It wasn't anything fabulous, like $34.75, something like that. It was very, very low. So then when I hit the 10K, I'm like, all right, now let's look at this next goal right here in the center. Let's work on that one and keep that one going and keep these both going together. If you don't have the pocketbook for this one, let's go over to this one. If you get tired of doing this, go over here. And they just know. And I just kind of bounce when I don't see things moving
on
my screen. If something has sat too long, I'm like, do we not like this item? Do we not like what it does on the screen? I ask questions and it takes them out of the plant world for just a hot second.
Okay.
And it gives them something else to focus on. And I tell them, I said, I'm here for 2 hours. I will give you way more planting knowledge than you know what to do with. But I don't work for 34 cents an hour.
Girl, you better be careful. Wait a minute now. Well, so I hear you. Just tread lightly with that, with the language, because TikTok will be like, wait a minute, and they will suspend gifting. Yeah, so just be careful with that.
I explain that to them that that is how that works. When you do.
So you're educating.
Yes.
Gotcha. Don't tell me I don't work for $34 a lot.
Beginning I did.
So you're educating. So are they commenting? I guess going back, your loyal returning people, they're coming in, they're chatting, they're saying good morning, they're coming in and engaging because they kind of understand the routine for your live stream. And so is that what's happening in the beginning? So you're getting the likes and the engagement in your live.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're coming in, they're commenting, they're talking. A lot of them will say, what's our topic today? What plant are we focusing on?
Okay.
Or they come in and go, I have this question right away. How can you help me? And then we just kind of get the ball rolling from there. Sometimes it's a plant I had planned on talking about. Sometimes it's not, and I just have to Swiss cheese it into my topic.
Okay.
And answer their question and keep going.
You said, Urban Agony said, she said, I like sprinkles of love.
Yeah, I mean, that just sounds so much nicer. Yes. I used to say, let's water the garden, but people didn't get it. Sprinkles of love, since it's hearts that go up the screen, it works. So that was one thing I did. And then the other thing was, if people ask questions, especially when I get over 50 people in the room, it's really hard for me to know who's a bot and who's a person asking a legit question.
Right.
So when I get above 50, I'm like, if you guys can just grab your daily hurt me up there, and when I see that next to you, I know that you're a person, and I will answer your questions. And then my mods now are trained to not pin anything without that identifier there.
Okay. And so I know last time you were saying mods were needed because you were growing in terms of the comments, and then people were coming in and stuff, and they were asking a lot of questions. She's getting, I will say this, you're getting your right audience too. So she's getting people interested in gardening and plants because, again, the algorithm is hearing her and they've learned what she's talking about, and she's getting the right people in the room. So they're asking questions relevant to the topic. So because of that, it's become kind of an influx. Now, did you figure out your mod situation?
I did figure out the mod situation. I went to ChatGPT and I said,
Okay.
give me guidelines for moderators that
Okay.
are on TikTok.
Okay.
And it put together a little list. I condensed it down a little bit and I dumbed it down based on the people that were doing it. They're not live hosts. They don't know all the lingo. Some of them are very new, but they're invested. So I wanted it to be where they could receive it and absorb it in a positive way
Right.
and not feel like I was talking over their head. And this
Gotcha.
was something they couldn't do.
Okay.
So that helped a lot. But when I watch my numbers start dipping, I'll say immediately, hey, TikTok, why don't you send me some more planty friends? We need some more planty friends in here. And then within 10, 15 minutes, those numbers just go right back up.
Okay. No, and that is the case because you'll see kind of this dip, and even if you go into some of those other rooms, you know, where the room's roomy, you see kind of this roller coaster of people coming up and down. Now it doesn't drop drastically. When it drops drastically, you know that there's something else that happened. It was something bigger than just attrition. There is something happened in terms of what TikTok liked or didn't like about what was said.
Right.
Okay.
And I mean, it seems, I know I don't think I can see that this analytic point. I think I only see it when you bring it up, Dr. Lisa, when we talk, is how long people are actually staying. And it may seem like my numbers stay really, really high. And I don't know if it's like as soon as one leaves, I got another one coming in. So I don't see that flux. I don't see the flutter of numbers. But they seem to be staying for a long period of time. And, or they're following me and they might be bouncing, but some of them will come back later on and stay longer. It's like they're bookmarking it almost.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Kind of like the way people come and go. You guys are coming and you come back and you come back. Yeah. So that happens. So you're building a little following too because they're coming back. What I will say, Colorado Blue.
Got one of my people down here in the chat right now, Lynn.
I guess Lynn comes by quite often. Colorado Blue asked the question about monetizing the room. You are because you're doing like the agency campaign. You kind of use that as a kind of a nice little carrot to say, hey, what about supporting this? And so if you want to talk about that, I think people need to hear of ways they can kind of get the room to engage.
So like with the agency stuff, I will go up there usually somewhere in the first 30 to 45 minutes. I'll be like, hey, all of you that were here yesterday, this is where we ended the day. This is where we fell to. Where do we want to be by the end of today's live? And some people will say it. Lynn's one of them people, they'll say, you know, let's get back to where we were, whatever like that. I'm like, I always want to be in the top 5. That's just my goal. That's my personal goal. I want to be top 5. I've never been there. I want to be there. But right now we're sitting very happy at number 8.
Oh, nice. No, you were saying 11 for the longest, so it's gone up. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So yesterday's live put me up at 8. Yesterday was a really good.
It was a good one. Yeah. Look at
So,
you. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sitting at number 8, and I'll pull it up sometimes during the live, especially after a couple of big gifts come in. I'll be like, you guys, we're knocking on the next one. We're just steps away from the next one. And what happened on the screen just now, those fireworks or those roses or that bouquet of flowers, those things push us ahead on this. If you want to help me with this goal, if you're one of those people that you like to help others accomplish goals, this is how you do it.
Wow. That's awesome.
You
Yeah.
gotta find people's their trigger points or their happy buttons. Money is one, goals is one, love is one, accomplishments,
I love that.
those types of things.
So are you doing any of the other TikTok campaigns? So you're just focusing on the agency at this point. You're like, hey, this is the campaign we're following.
I'm very focused on the agency one, but I do have other ones I'm signed up for. I'm just not zeroed in on them.
Gotcha. And I know previously you had done that strategy where you were, pinning different gifts and making sure that they understood like this is for the campaign and stuff. So I think that's helpful though, because you're still having them engage in supporting, from a gifting perspective, from liking your live, commenting, all the things. So that's really good. And I think even gift gallery, you said that's been lit up as well.
This week is the third time I've been doing live since April, consistently since June. This is the third time since June that I actually lit up my whole gift gallery before Sunday.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Yes, the Sultry Nana, I do. I physically say, hey, TikTok, send me people who are looking for plant care advice. Hey, TikTok, send me people who are wanting to know more about apothos. So, I mean, don't say TT, say TikTok.
So,
algorithm is listening. They know what TikTok is.
So
they don't know what TT is.
Right.
That could be a person.
Right.
It could be a lot of things.
So let's go back a step, because before you even go live, you're doing research on obviously you're in the plant gardening niche. So it's really, I'm not going to say easy, but you know your niche. There's like no confusing it. We're not talking about some other craft or something else. You're talking about gardening, you're talking about plants. Is that helpful to like make sure that you're doing some searching for terms, or do you not? I mean, I get it if you don't need to do it because you kind of know what you're doing, but is that, what do you say for that person who doesn't know, or who should look up some terms and some things that people are searching for?
So one of the tips I heard, I can't remember what influencer said it, was go to Google
Okay.
and say, what questions do people ask about blank topic?
Okay.
And
Google
it
Trends
literally
too.
will populate a list of questions that people are searching.
Okay.
So now if they're searching for those things, those words are your keywords.
Okay.
And I took that list of keywords
Okay.
and I put it into ChatGPT, and then I filtered it through another chat. I don't know if it's called a bot or what it's called, but it's called Rhythm.
Yeah. Okay. It's about.
Yeah, I used that, and that filtered it down even further because it's more current than ChatGPT is.
Okay.
And then I keep those words kind of top of mind. I used to keep them on a piece of paper on my potting bench. And then when I was in that rambling phase in the first couple of minutes before people really start coming in, that's all I would say was just those words over and over and over and over. Like I said, it doesn't make any sense. I'm not making sentences. I'm literally just plant verbiage diarrhea. Just letting it all flow.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. So that's important, friends in the room. It's important. You got to say what you're talking about. So the algorithm learns what you're talking about. They know what's going on. You said this is smart. It is. It is. And again, it's important for you to understand your topic, your niche, so that again the algorithm can learn it, and then people who are searching for keywords and searching for things related to your topic, they can in turn find your page. You can end up on the FYP.
Yeah. I know that plants are kind of like a very narrow topic, especially when I'm saying indoor plants only. I don't do outdoor plants. I don't do the medicinal plants. I don't do herbs. I don't do none of that stuff. I do indoor plants only. So if you have a topic, like Dr. Lisa, if she's on there and she's talking about how to go live, she would have to like literally talk about that topic consecutive days in a row or for a whole month for the algorithm to really learn that's what she's talking about.
Exactly.
So you can't talk about like health one day and
switch over to something
plants
else
the next day and how to rearrange your kitchen the next day. It just doesn't know.
Yeah, you confuse it.
Yeah.
They say that from the content perspective. They say that from the live as well. So try to be as consistent as possible. Rhythm is used in chat. Yeah, Rhythm is it's within ChatGPT. It's a bot. You can create a bot for your anybody can create bots. Let's be clear about that. But you can create a
Mm-hmm.
bot, and someone who has Rhythm has created that and made it available to Flourish. Okay.
Yep.
Um,
And if someone's interested in it, just let me know. I can point you in the right direction on Rhythm.
yes, and definitely follow Flourish if you have. You're probably going to get a lot of inbox questions, friend, but but with that, I think it's important for you guys to know your niche. I think that's the biggest takeaway from all of this. You got to know your niche, know what you're talking about, hone in on that as early and as soon as possible, so that when you do your content or you're doing your live, you're being consistent with the algorithm, and that's what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Okay, thank you
Like
so
when I
much.
started, I created a schedule. Like Monday was Monstera Monday, Tuesday was Tangled Vines, and Wednesday was Wild Card Wednesday, and Thursday was Thirsty Thursday. We talked about watering, and then Fridays was Fungus Nap Friday. I did that for 5 months
Wow.
consistently, and making a schedule and doing that kind of stuff, I think all lends into it.
Yeah, it definitely learned what your topic was about. And I mean, obviously you had the issue with the, moving people off the platform. I'm sure that did not recommend, you weren't being recommended to the FYP because of that. And so there were these moments where we felt, I mean, I'm assuming you said that things looked a little better and then it would go down. And so you were doing like this back and forth for quite some time. And I wonder, once that got resolved, then it cleared the way for you to be recommended, and now your consistency paid off. Again, the algorithm knew what you were talking about. You were consistent, you were showing up, and some of the things you're doing now is really helping the algorithm to kind of hone in on your topic and what you're sharing, and people are coming in, and obviously the right audience is coming in the room.
Right. I mean, for those of you who are like struggling or like really feeling depressed about how yours is going, or that you're not getting those recommendations or you're not getting that FYP, be like a dog with a bone. Keep at it. Don't stop. That's what they want you to do, is to stop.
Yep.
Fight against the current and keep going, because they will reward you if you just keep going.
Right.
So be like, what is it, Dorian? Keep swimming, keep swimming, keep swimming.
Exactly. Well, thank you, friend. I appreciate you sharing this. I know I've been seeing your numbers, and it's definitely it's awesome. Are there other like influencers that you watch in the gardening niche, and you're like, okay, that's the room I aspire to be like? Are you seeing? Do you have that in mind?
I go into others in my niche, and I might not see things that I want to do, but I see things that I want to make sure I don't do.
Okay. Dr. Foster asked that question. I think he was saying, was there anything you shouldn't say, or some things that you're learning? And I know you said TT was one of them, like don't say TT. And you were, you used another example earlier. I can't remember what it was, but just being mindful of certain things you're saying is important. So you're noticing that already.
Yeah, and talk slower.
Mm.
Especially when you're saying those keywords at the beginning, when you're building up that room. I don't think the algorithm listens quickly. So some of us get very excited and very passionate about the topic, and we did it, and before we know it, we're talking like super fast. Mm-hmm. Slow down. Take a deep breath. Say your keywords. Welcome the room. I mean, Dr. Lisa has a very good flow and and pattern to her speak. Emulate that. If you need to have someone in your head, would she say it this fast or would she say it slower?
Right.
The algorithm can hear you clearly when you speak slowly.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you all. You're so sweet.
Thanks, everybody.
So that's so important too, because it is learning what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're talking about. If you notice in your content, if you're a person that does like voiceover and then you do the captions, notice, or not even voiceovers, if you just do the captions, you'll see how it picked up your words or not. That's a telltale sign. If it's picking up accurately or not, then maybe you need to slow down. Maybe you need to enunciate better. And so the algorithm's listening even in your content in that way. So it's important that you know what you're saying, and it's getting better with me. So
Yeah, and
thank
we
you, thank you for
noticed
telling me.
too, Dr. Lisa and I talked about it the other day. I tell people that I ship plants all over the United States. I stopped saying that, and now I have
Mm,
people from outside the United States watching me.
mm,
I can't send them anything, but they're getting the tips from me, and we're monetizing through them that way. She was
ooh,
talking about how she always says she's from Illinois. She gets a lot of Illinois people. She gets a lot
Florida.
of Floridians because she's in Florida. You know, if you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into that area, you gotta like let go of those things. So now I just say I live on the East Coast. You know,
Mm,
and leave it at that.
yeah.
It's also a safety thing.
Yeah. That's true. Um, that's important. That's really important. I like that too because does open you up to again other viewers, and so now the algorithm is just not looking at you geographically. Yeah,
Right.
that's true. And to your point, yeah, you're right. I get a lot of people from the regions. I say the locations. I say I get a lot of Lisas too. So yeah,
Yeah.
you said I live in the world.
I live in the world, Jesse. I see you.
So it's important. It is listening to everything you say, everything you do, and how you say it. So be careful in the sense that you don't want to say things that's going to you know um, get that by the restrictions that push people off the platform. Something you don't do when you're talking about your plant webpage, you don't say it. So you never say
I
the
say flourish plant care. That very important punctuation mark, COM. And I just kind of leave it at that, and it works.
Exactly, exactly. What's your board behind you? So there you have it a little bit decorative, but it's
Well,
there.
I'm in my house
No.
office.
When
I'm
you're
not in
when
my
you're in
greenhouse.
greenhouse, you have the board behind you. There's a board at
Yes, I
times.
have a whiteboard behind me, and it does say the full website on there. It is backwards because I don't mirror my screen because that drives my brain
It
batty
does.
to be backwards.
Yeah.
But I have on one side of my board, I have all of my super fans. Their names are all listed, giving them recognition, giving them that sense of ownership.
And it's backwards also. I think that's
It's
key.
backward.
The reason why I say that's key is because names is sometimes it's like when you have a board, you can get a restriction for that. So that's a problem. But it's good that it's backwards. So I'll say that.
Yeah. And in red, I have everyone who's reached a level 20 or higher within my room,
Okay.
giving them recognition.
Okay.
You don't have to be a super fan to do that, but they've worked hard and they deserve to be celebrated in more than just the little banner thing that lasts for maybe 2 minutes because then you got someone else you got to put up there.
Right. And you don't do that because again the plants are all around you. So you don't pin things really. You don't use a board. You don't use stickers.
I might pin someone every now and then, but not all the time.
Okay.
I'm usually too busy talking or displaying something that my hands are busy and I can't get to things.
Yeah. Nikki, you said I've seen people do walls, dry erase boards, and hats with names on it. Okay. They like baseball caps? I haven't seen that one.
She was telling me about it, yeah. It's a hat that they wear and they put all the names on it or whatever.
Oh, okay. Walls and ceilings. Okay, cowboy hats. Oh, okay. Wow. so, so definitely the boards. You have that written on the board and stuff, and people can see that, and that's your way of like stopping, recognizing people. Get a chance if you guys get a chance, definitely follow Flourish and just see her setup and how she does things. Again, because she's so, and I just want you guys to be cognizant of, you would have to kind of figure out how to do this for your niche, because she's such ingrained in her topic. I mean, it just makes sense. It flows. I mean, it literally flows to see her in action. But again, it's very much her niche. And so the people in her room are interested in gardening. And the gardening community is huge on TikTok. So just know that that's what's happening there too.
Yeah, and I mean, and this all didn't come to me easy, you guys. I've been at this since April.
You have.
Number one. Number two, sometimes it feels like you're throwing spaghetti to see if it sticks at the wall. Sometimes you can see someone else, not even in your niche, do something you're like, I like that idea, but how do I spin it? Hit ChatGPT
Yeah, exactly.
and say, I have this idea. How do I make it work for X?
You know
And
what?
let it spin it.
Did you do anything with your internet? Because I thought we had that conversation. I think people need to hear
I
that.
did.
Yes. I was about to say she did something with her internet early in the agency. There was some issues going on with her signal and stuff. And so talk about that because I think people need to realize sometimes it's your signal.
Yeah, your signal will definitely stop you from being pushed out or recommended. If you don't have a strong signal, I went out and bought extenders
Okay.
to run from my house out to my greenhouse. I had to end up buying 3.
Okay.
And I'm not a far distance from my home, but my initial router is in my living room. The furthest corner of my house from the greenhouse is where the router is. So I had to put one in the living room to get it started as the home base. There's one then to the closest window to the greenhouse by that one.
Okay.
There's one in my greenhouse, and then we have a separate building that's all metal that there's another one there. So they triangulate off of each other and boost signal. If one can't get a full signal, the other one will push the signal in.
Okay. And so when did you realize that changed? Because I'm trying to give people perspective.
When I had a lot of people saying, I want to hear what you're saying, but you're glitching.
Oh, the glitching. The glitching is a sign.
And I'm on an iPhone. I don't know how to do it on Android, but I know I can pull it down while I'm live, and I can switch which network I'm on. So we have one that's just for the outdoors, which is all the extenders, and then I have one for when I'm just in the house.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good. And have you had any tech issues going on or glitching issues since you've been going hard in this last 4 weeks or so? I was about to say I hadn't heard you complain about that, so.
I'm not going to bring it up. I don't want to jinx myself.
Don't do that. TikTok don't do us like that. Flash goal. Do you do flash goals on a regular basis? How does that look for you?
Always.
Always.
Always. And I will tell my room, let's get this flash goal knocked out in the first 5 minutes, and then we can move on with our lives. And most of the time, we knock it out. We had Hurt Me the other day. I missed it by 1 person. It was for 35 Hurt Me's.
And you got 34? Oh, that sucks. Did you share it to the agency folks? Did you?
I don't share at all.
Really? That's interesting. Why?
I don't share at all.
You've never shared?
I used to share all the time.
Okay.
And someone told me that TikTok looks at that as being selfish.
Interesting. That's okay. Let's hear more.
I don't like any of my own videos.
Okay.
And I don't share any of my own stuff.
Okay. Okay.
I might share it to my stories. That's different.
Okay.
But I don't share like my lives. I don't share it with.
And you don't add your live to your story either. So you don't do any of that promotion, and in terms of marketing. Interesting.
Yep. I don't do any of that stuff. I do use my thought bubble for when I have pop-ups. And I always make sure I share something in my stories before I go live. And it is my same video I share every time. It's a bunch of my plants, and it just says, it's Flourish Time Live. And it's all it says, and it's got a little clock on it. And my people know that when they see it up there, it's time to go.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. So, okay, I'm intrigued. So you don't even share it to your super fans. So super fans, group chat, nothing. I was supposed to say, I know your group chat. I don't see any videos or anything in there. Interesting. Interesting.
Yep. I stopped doing that. Someone mentioned it, and I was like, I'm stopping right now. I want to see.
How long have you stopped? You're saying like months ago?
I want to say like Thanksgiving time frame.
Okay, before you went on vacation. Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting. Hello, friends. Thank you all who are new in the room. I appreciate you being here. Or sharing the same pic before you go live. Huh, you said you like to share, the idea of sharing the same pic. Yeah, I do like that idea because it's very, obviously it's topic is based on your topic. It's based on the fact that you're going live. So again, people see that. And if you're growing your community in that way, that's perfect. They know it's time to go live.
Yeah. Yeah, you can use a lot of different things. I mean, like with any niche, pick something, and it could just be you from a previous live and just put some words over it. I'm live now, come see me, whatever, and put it up in your story. It lasts for 24 hours, number one.
Right.
And if you're on a schedule, guess what? It expires when you should be going live again. So it's refreshed itself for you.
Interesting. Yes, Sneak, I did get the flash code. We got Hartney, so we got it achieved. You said you use that. Create a source. So you said create a resource that you can buy. What she's telling you is pretty much what most people have been saying too, just being intentional about your topic. That's the first thing. If you're not intentional about your topic, it ain't gonna work. I mean,
your topic can be really broad. Narrow it down for 1 month. Focus on just this much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Get people intrigued and trusting, like Dr. Lisa says all the time, know, like, and trust you. One topic, find some pain point. My pain point with when really got people, fungus gnats. Nobody likes them suckers, but I can tell you how to get rid of them or what's causing them. That's the bigger key. What causes them, then you know how to treat them.
You said you did it the other day, and I had the high impression I've ever had behind 2 huge battles. That's true. You said that is a cute one. It is that gift. Thank you for that. So yeah, that's important, guys. Just pay attention to your analytics and see what's going on. What's working, what's sticking. Appreciate your friend. Thank you for that. What's working, what's sticking is going to be so important. Look at your impressions. Look at your data. Do you look at your data afterwards, Flourish?
I do.
Okay.
I don't always know how to read it, and that's what I kind of lean into you for, because you break it down a little more for me, and I know you've broken several of them down several times for me. I still don't get it, but I know what I'm looking for. I know what parts I want to focus on.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Fran.
Hey, no problem.
He said the Flourish opening monologue really helps. That's what Nika said. Your opening monologue. Plants, plant care. Stay with us. We're going to talk about plants. So that's important.
That's when I learned I had to slow down. Someone thought I was talking about pants.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
Slow down and say your words nice and clear. So, keep at it. You guys got it. You guys can do it. If I can do it,
you said you was gifted a stalk. Is that what you're saying? A real stalk? Stalk. She's desperately trying to keep it alive. Oh, wow.
Well, send me a picture of your stalk. Let's take a look at it, friend.
Wow. All right. Thanks, Flourish. I appreciate you sharing this. This is awesome. All right, friend. Take care. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
That was awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I have no idea what it is. Oh my gosh. So really it is a plant? It's like a bonsai plant or something like that? Maybe it looks like a stalk, but it's actually a real thing. Thanks so much, Hafe. You said thanks, Flourish. Look at you guys. My new friends in the room. Flourish brought some of her people over. So I see you guys. Thank you all for jumping in, saying hello. She gave some great information. Again, take a moment and figure out what your topic is, what's your niche. She's in gardening. She does household plants in particular. And so she is focused on talking about plants. What are you talking about? So that's what you want to make sure. I talk about live streaming tips. I got it up here today. Just so happens you came in the room. We talk about TikTok live. So just know that that's important for you to let TikTok know what you're talking about. Halaku came in. Halaku, do you want to put some words in the chat for the 92%? She was like, okay, you know what? TikTok needs to figure out what I talk about when I come in Dr. Lisa's room. And so again, that's just a small example, but it's important. If somebody looks at your page, somebody looks at your content, somebody looks at your live stream and they don't hear you talking about your topic, they don't know what you're talking about, it's going to be important for you to say that. So she spends the first 10 minutes talking about her topic. And clearly she don't share a lot about y'all. So she just talking. Okay. Um, he said it has the potential to be a tree. It's so funny. It might be a bonsai tree. I think that's how you say it. But yeah. I just hit 1K. What tips do you give me? Hey friend, how you doing? Depends on what your goals are. You could strive for if you want to be an affiliate TikTok shop. That could be a way to do it. Your board is back. I was gonna talk about that. It came back for the first two, but when I went deeper in my board that's for the agency, it didn't pop up. So I wonder, and that was the board that was probably last on the live for that voice chat live. So I don't know. Shout out to 92% of Black Girl Pause. TikTok gonna learn you. Holla Q, they gonna learn. They ain't gonna mess you up and say you talking about Harry Potter next time. So, Sprinkle of loves you all. Oh, look at that. Sprinkles of love. 100K. Yes. Do the sprinkles of love, y'all. Sprinkles, sprinkles, sprinkles. Sprinkles, sprinkles, sprinkles. We don't say the T word anymore. Sprinkles, sprinkles, sprinkles. That's what we gonna do. That's what she said. So that was the other word I was trying to think of. What was the bad word you said earlier? She said tap is a bad word, apparently. So she has the impression. I can't vouch for that, y'all. I'm not gonna say I vouch for it, because TT, if I recall correctly, one of our default, is it still in there? One of our default fan club stickers say tap, don't it? Put it in the, does it say it in there, y'all? So I don't know. Maybe the live host can't say it, but y'all can put a stick out there about it. I'm not sure what that means, but yes, it's there. So apparently TikTok doesn't like it. But she said that's a word that she felt like it was a word that does get you in trouble. And so you don't want to say that word. And so she used sprinkles. Sprinkles. I sing, show me some love. You said I sing, show me some love. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, like I'm going to use the sticker instead. Is that what you're going to you use the sticker? I said all day long. Such silliness. I know. Yeah. You said I like piano keys. Yes, that's cute. That is cute. Now it's cute if it aligns with your topic too. Now, if you can't be like piano keys and TikTok, it's like, oh, are you a music teacher? You're teaching the piano? Like, what's going on? And so yes, but yeah. So be mindful. The algorithm is listening to you. It's listening to every word we say. And so as you are going live, be mindful of what you're saying. So the beauty, if you guys do get a chance to get to our room, as long as people understand what it means, you can change it up from okay, the TAP. Gotcha. I use it. I used the one time I had my piano. Oh, you might have had a lot of people in the room then. That's true. I like that. What did you say about the bot? We were talking about in relation to Chat GPT, how you can create a chat bot for yourself, for your business or your community. So you can create a chat bot. So Rhythm is a chat bot. That's essentially what it is. Yeah. Now TT versus, oh yes, she did say that. No T2 versus TikTok is just plain weird. You said that's weird. Pick a side, algorithm. Pick a side. It's like your nickname is TT, ain't it? No, it's not. We're TikTok. We're not TT. Okay. No one comes when it's trying to play piano. No one comes when you play the piano. I made a bot for my worms. There we go, Rochelle. There we go. Yeah. So you can create one. And so that's what Rhythm is. Now, yeah. Boom, boom. Hey, girl, I have a question. What's the question, Peaches? Peaches, the fan club, the AI's gonna be like, she likes the boom, boom. It's gonna be all questions related to boom, boom. Thank you for that. Within it, yes. Show me some love. I love that. How long do you stay in a chat room? I like to support a lot of people. Oh, you're talking about you bounce around. So when lives are happening, you're like, oh, I need to get to that live and that live and this live and that live. I love that. I love that. You know what? There is this notion, and I don't know if it's true. I'm just going to say this out loud. There is this notion that you want to stay at least 10 minutes in a room. Don't know why. I think if I was to think about the watch time, if I was to think about just looking at, making sure you're engaging with the fan club and sending stickers and tapping and all that stuff. I think that's kind of a rule of thumb. Just give it at least 10 minutes because your viewership is supporting that watch time for the live stream. So if you only stay a minute or two, when that average comes out, it's going to be a lower average of people who watched. So you definitely want to stay. You definitely want to stay over a minute because that watch time is based on a minute average. So you want to stay over a minute. 10, 20, 30 is awesome. So try to give it 10 minutes at least. I learned what you're watching and how you behave is what I figured. Yes, it learns what you're watching and how you behave. Absolutely. Righteous, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the share speeches. If you all don't mind sharing, let's see if we can get up to 100. Y'all can share. Apparently I can't. Okay. Apparently my shares are not decorum. I need to not share my own live, but you all can share it. Okay. So, Flourish, I am joking. I can help with rhythm if anyone needs help. There we go. I am joking, but I get it, friend. I get it. Let's see. Thank you all for supporting a lot. Thank you all for sharing it out. I appreciate you all supporting as well. Missy, thank you for joining. Those who are coming in the room, we're talking about live streaming tips. We just had one of our agency mates come into the room and she shared some tips. Her room is starting to room. And in all fairness, like she said, she's been putting in some time. She's been being consistent. Hello, Diana, how you doing? She's been really putting in the work. She really has. So I don't want to, you said I'm an OG. You are, you are awesomely great. Outstanding great. How are you, friend? Let's see. Thank you so much, Missy. I appreciate you coming in. Green Thumb, how you doing? All the gardening folks. I'm talking about live streaming, y'all. It's a learning curve. If you are new, can you state you are learning and ask for patience? Absolutely, absolutely, friend. You Green Thumb, are you talking about? Do you go live? Urban gardener, farmer, growing and learning, teaching food security. I love that. Are you Do you go? How often do you go live? I didn't see your live schedule in your bio. Um, and thank you so much. You said help me to list the people buying stuff, but using it. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Grand day, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Sometimes I am driving, just listening to your live chat. Oh, thank you, Peaches. I appreciate that. Thank you for the watch time. I appreciate you. You said I plan to. Okay, so let me just recap my experience with going live. Because as y'all know, some of y'all in the room, I've been going live for over a year now. Just saying. Just saying. Thank you, Peaches, for that daily heart me. Who can help with rhythm? Flourish. Flourish has rhythm. If you have rhythm, talk to Flourish. If you're curious about it or want it, you want to learn more about it, talk to Flourish about it. She says she can help. That's what she's saying. I've gotten so much more comfortable. I'm grabbing all the plant people. There we go. There we go. Go. Okay, expert. There we go. And so what I tell people when it comes to going live, that was my story in the beginning. I was new, I was learning, and I was talking to beginners. I still talk to beginner live hosts, people who are learning how to go live, and I was sharing tips and things I was learning along the way. So I made that a big part of how I coined my subject matter expertness, like being a subject matter expert when it comes to going live and being a live host, but also talking to beginners. Now, granted, I know some advanced things and some things you should kind of be aware of and stuff. And this algorithm is forever changing, so let's be clear about that. But if you are new, just realize there's somebody newer than you. Okay, so don't be uneasy about saying I'm new. I'm getting to learn this. Ooh, is somebody else in the room? Do you know this information? We can learn from you too. So that's totally fine. Thank you for the follow, friend. I'm working on my space around my home, and I want to have these spaces to help me commit. Yes. And so let's be clear. With Flourish now doing live streaming for all this time. You said I'm great. I'm great. Yes, that's totally fine. With her doing live streaming all this time, people who are in her room, they're looking at her and like, wow, she's an expert. Oh my God, she knows all this plant stuff. And then she understands TikTok and knows all this stuff. And just realizing what got her to that point is her showing up, being consistent, learning, listening to different lives, kind of taking that information in, and then being able to apply it to her own live stream. And so that's going to be the key. That consistency matters. Okay. I tell you all the time, you're teaching the algorithm to know who you are and what you're all about as you live stream, and then you're teaching your audience. They're getting a sense to obviously know, like, and trust you because you're showing up, you're being consistent. They know when to expect you, and at the same time, you're essentially educating them on your subject matter, but also educating them on this platform. This platform, I tell you all the time, is not like the others. So again, you have this platform that is so dynamic, but at the same time, you got to stay here and you got to be here and learn how to do it and how to use it. You said Charlene has you live every day. I'm learning. Look at you, Charlene. Charlene. Ah, Charlene. You got people live every day. Look at you, friend. You said yes. I love it. Is she in the room? Thank you, Flourish. I love that, friend. Thank you for the support. That is hilarious. Where's Charlene at? Charlene, like, look here. Oh, it's Lynette. You're under a different account today. Okay, I see you, friend. Okay, welcome to the room again. Welcome to the room. I appreciate you all being here. So let me recap something else Flora shared too. In the beginning, so that whole link in, putting your webpage in your bio, that again was based on the collective understanding that it seemed to be something that was going awry when it came to people coming into her room, and she would get driving people off the platform, and she wasn't saying anything, she wasn't doing anything. So she made a conscious decision to remove it. Flush, I didn't ask, you do have a shop page too, because you sell plants and products out of your shop as well. Do you ever turn on your shopping cart? Let us know that. I don't know if you're still here. Yes, they made me change my name. Oh, really? Who made you change your name? TikTok? Yes, I have a seller account. So do you ever turn on your shopping cart for your products, or no, you don't do that? I don't think you do. So let me know if that's the case, but let us know if you do. That's interesting. TikTok made you change it. I can't remember what it was. It something ambitious, but it was spelled differently. Oh, interesting. I do time to time if I'm showing a particular item that is there. Have you done it recently? Have you done it in recent time? Let me know if you've done it in recent time. I don't think so. Not the last 4 weeks. Have you done it today? I did. Oh, you did today. Okay. So you're live. It's funny. Tiny Stiletto is live right now. Her room, depending on what's happening and stuff, will get up to like. I mean, she's gotten up to 1,000 people in her room. It's like really bananas. No engagement, none whatsoever. But she does get a lot of viewership, and I think she turns on her shopping cart pretty regularly. So that may be a little bit of what's happening too from the seller side. My staff, real ambitious one. They said no one know your name, so I changed it. Oh, your staff made you change it. Okay, I thought you said TikTok did. Okay, gotcha. So let me say something about the new name. The way you have it done, because I'm assuming you changed it to your username, and so now you want to make a new change and make it in 7 days. You got to wait 7 days, and so then you can go back in and do Real Lynette. So it's 2 separate words. So I'm assuming that's what you're trying to do. And so in 7 days you can do that. I was talking about the propagation, and I have rooted power, which it ties into the topic. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I don't know what that means. That's plant language. I don't. It's like, what is all that? It's like, what? I want to go live just to learn it. All the buttons and switches. It is a learning curve. I know you're like, oh my God, girl. Oh my God. I got the fake plants. You can't talk to me like I got fake plants. I have no clue. You and fake plants? I'm sorry. I try to hide them so you don't see them. You're like, girl. I apologize, Flourish. I'm just saying. You would be mad at me if those plants did not get watered and taken care of. You'd be like, girl, if you don't stop killing plants on the street, on these TikTok streets. You said, I've taught you nothing. How many? Who in the room got real plants? I'm a feel bad. Who in the room got real plants? Say me. If y'all got real plants, who are my fake plant friends? You know what? You said me. My fake plant friends, me tons. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not me. Thank you, Peaches. Boom, boom. It's Peaches in the room. Hello, fellow Lisa. How you doing, friend? I have a ton of them. Lord. Fake. Thank you, Jessie. Miss Jessie. Just one plant. I'm resuscitating. I have real house plants and fake Lego plants. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to keep. Thank you, Carolyn. I'm just saying. I gotta keep the kid alive. I gotta keep him alive too. Hello, friend. How you doing? My plants, herbs. Oh my gosh, trees, bushes, collard greens. Oh my gosh. He said peace lily, Japanese. Oh, was it Petra? Which is a money tree from China of Paradise. Look at y'all. Happy Saturday. How you doing, friend? Do you spray your fake plant with essential oils? No, I don't. I don't care for the fake plant. I don't. I should, but I don't. I don't. I would keep the room. So as a lavender. Okay, lavender makes you calm and a little sleepy, don't it? Y'all be like, Dr. Lisa, what's going on? I already will have moments of like my energy level will drop at times, and I'm like, okay, look here, it's time for me to go get off this live, y'all. But yes, Flourish, I'm gonna do better in 2026. Now I'm gonna have to push that off to quarter 3, maybe quarter 4 of the year. That's how I've been talking lately. Everything when it comes to this live stream and TikTok, it's like, okay, when can I accomplish that? That's gonna have to go to quarter 3. Podcasting is gonna go to quarter 2 or 3 for me. Say what? Yes. That's how my life is right now. I was like, I'm have to go in quarters for that. When yes, first happened, and I thought the world was in it. I was growing 105 different times. What? Oh wow! Look at you, Nika. Oh my gosh, Zia, how you doing, friend? Yes. Oh my gosh, lady, I'm gonna need you to do better. Oh, you was doing both. You was it was those plants. Oh, my bad. Oh, it wasn't just house plants. It was the other plants. Okay, gotcha, friend. You said you are busy on TikTok. You said Netflix. I know, and I told y'all, I'm like Carolyn. I gotta keep the baby alive. He 5. He gotta. Yeah. I gotta keep him. I gotta keep him alive, y'all. So, you said I have 27. Wow. Yeah, look at the amount of cleaner air you are all missing out on. I know. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll bump it up to quarter 2, quarter 2 of the year. But I have unlived about 32 of them. Oh wow! You said I lost count. Wow. You said you were still alive. Yes. Me and the baby. Me and the baby. I definitely got to get him at least to age 18. Then I'm off the hook. Okay. You said I had unlived a couple times, but you just have to keep trying. Yes. And to bring that back to live streaming, you just keep trying, you all. Just keep trying. You guys can do this. You can go live on TikTok. Just keep trying, okay? No, no, seriously. My friends who have not gone live, I do want to make sure you guys are trying. So let me know if you have questions. Oh, you have a baby. I have a 5-year-old. He is our bonus, our surprise baby, our, God's plan baby. So that's what we call him. He wasn't our plan. He was God's plan. So he is with us, and you missed him from earlier. He comes in on occasion, and I told him today. I said, not today, not today. So I used to have so many, and my partner's cats ate them. Oh, oh wow, are the cats okay too? Because I know certain plants are not healthy for. Look at y'all. Thank you, Kim. How you doing, Kim? You gonna take your little letters and leave? um, I know certain plants are, you got to be careful with animals around them. So that I do know. So hopefully the cats are okay too. I had a beautiful peace lily that decided, oh, wait, hold on one second, decided to part ways with me recently. Oh, just keep swimming. There we go. Not off the hook until never. I know. That's true. True. Because, yeah, that's true. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. Yes, the little guy, he will pop in every now and then. Hey, how you doing, Kim? Kim and Carol. I think you guys are you guys gonna battle tonight? Let me know if that's still on. Pet friendly plants. I have those. You had those too. Okay, good. Because you have dogs. You have a lot of dogs, Flourish. Yes, I have some that are poisonous to my dogs. Yes. Yeah. Poinsettias. That was something I learned. Yeah, you gotta be careful about those. Yes, if she wants to. Okay, gotcha. I think she's on. I think she said she was. So she was gonna come back later. She went live earlier, but she was gonna come back. So what time? Did you say 8 o'clock? 5 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. I'm sorry, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, 8 Eastern. I think that's what she was going off of. Oh, I'm to battle someone tomorrow. I think you might be with Flourish tomorrow. So Flourish, you were supposed to get back to Kim. I think you said let me get back to you. So yes, so Kim might have back-to-back battles. She's doing the Live Journey campaign. So that's one of those campaigns. It's not really a campaign. It's really part of TikTok's way to make sure you are staying consistent. Okay, we talk about consistency on this app, you all. Yes, I remember. Okay, so I am 6:52 away from five. Oh, look at you, Sultry Nana. That is awesome, Sultry Nana. I love that. Congratulations, 652. Wow, look at there, friend. What is it, Kim? 8 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you so much, friends, coming in. Make sure you Dorlicious. Is that it? Dorlicious. Make sure you message something behind. That's called drag tagging, friend. You can't drag tag. Um, yes. Let's do 8. Okay, so 8 for everybody. 8 for Carol tonight and 8 for Flourish tomorrow. Okay, perfect. So yeah, there's a couple. Kim is battling. Anybody else looking to have those? And let me know if you don't know what I talk when I talk about those. When we say the term battle, it is a match. So let me know if you need me to describe what that is. So I'm happy to talk about it. Just put yes in the chat. Yes for consistency. Yes, Eastern. I thought I had a PST person. I don't think so. Who were we talking about then? I don't know who we were talking about. Was it Hollykin? Or was it Vibe Wellness? It was Vibe Wellness. It wasn't It wasn't Kim. It was Vibe Wellness. She is West Coast. It was Vibe Wellness. She was in here earlier. It was Vibe Wellness. You're right. You can do Kim too. It's up to you. But it was supposed to be Vibe Wellness. I think she said she was looking to battle. She sure did. Vibe Wellness, are you here right now? She was here earlier because she came up in the boxes. I don't think she's here right now, but she came up in the boxes. It was Vibe Wellness that was looking to battle. I remember that now. I can't do both at the same time. No, you can't. Well, technically you can, but technically you can. So theoretically, y'all could do a 3-way battle. Yeah, y'all could if you wanted to. So yeah, do a 3-way. That sounds fun. That sounds a lot of fun, actually. Y'all should do it. That would be fun. But it's up to y'all. Yeah, it's totally up to you all. So friends in the room, do I need to talk about that? Let me know, because we were just talking about match. And so that's a live streaming competition. Wait, can we do a 3-way at a time? Yeah, there's a 3-way. Yeah. You absolutely can. You can do up to four. You can do up to four people on a in a match. Yeah, really. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so y'all can do a three-way. All three of y'all in your room. Yeah, that would be fun. So say thank you, Holly, for being here. Relationship battles, 3 or 4 way. Yep. What? You said relationship battles. That would be fun. Plant relationships, human relationships, and your own personal development relationships. So all three of y'all talking about relationships. Yes. Surprise. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys can do it. So that would be fun. You said social data. I was just thinking about the three of them battling. That would be interesting. But yeah, you could do three-way and then you could do a four-way. So really quickly, my friends in the room, if you're curious about match, aka battles, because essentially, I don't know the history of it, but um, it used to be where these events, the term battle was common, and so they switched to make it a little bit more friendly, a little bit more non-contentious sounding, and it's called a match. And you have this competition against another live host. You're in your room, they're in their room, and there's some boxing gloves that show up, and you activate the game that way. And the person with the most points wins. There's some strategy at play depending on your room, and if you can get these, if you have been strategic to do these little smaller friendly competitions to matches to get power ups. Power ups are what your room, your community can use to throw out and get you extra points and do some other things to kind of support you in your competition in terms of the battle. So the person who wins the official or who wins the match regardless gets the power ups, and so that's something you want to do. So if you guys are going to do a match, you probably should do a power up too. Maybe do a power ups before if you want some power ups that you want to use. Kim, that was for you. Flourish, that's for you as well if you're going to do tomorrow. So that could be an interesting thing to do in your room, Flourish, if people want to participate in a friendly match that you do, and you go out and get a random. I don't know what a random looks like, but maybe. Um, all right, friends, let me know if there's questions about live streaming. When we talked earlier, we went down the path of shop a little bit in terms of engagement with shop. I wasn't going to go there necessarily. When we talk about live streaming, we Flourish gave us a lot of live streaming tips, so you guys got quite a bit today. So the live was really, really good in terms of just her coming in her room and sharing how her room has been rooming. Okay, so what happened, Black Lotus? What's up, friend? I say look for strange. I say look for strange. Oh, you don't say randoms, strangers. Is that what you're saying? You say you don't say random. Oh, that might be bad for randoms. So yours are bad. You know what? I have had, for the most part, good luck with the randoms. For the most part, I've had a few strange ones, but for the most part, they've been really good. So I've had some pretty good luck. You said never mind. You know what, Black Lotus, your friend, he tried to message in my live just that quickly. Black Lotus had this creepy person, and now I gotta tell the creepy person not to follow me. I gotta make sure that they don't come back in because they were strange, really strange. Let's see. Doc, hey Doc, can you check to see if my new tapper is working? Sure, let me check. Let's see. 22.7K. Woo, thank you so much. Thank you for the taps. I appreciate you, Miss K Latte. It's working. Randoms are okay. I just mute them and keep it going. I heard that, friend. Thank you so much. Those who are coming in the room. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the support. We got the shares up to 77. I appreciate the support with that as well. Let me know if there's any questions because I can't share my live. I'm going to try that. So, Flourish, you got me hooked. I'm going to try next week. We'll see. Because when I do share it, you guys, let me know. Do you guys, when I share it to the agency group, do you guys see that? Is it something that I need to do? Maybe I don't need to do it. Just stopping super quick for support before I nap. Look at your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Why can't you share it? Flourish said it's not proper etiquette. That's what I heard. If you want to sit on my next TED talk, let me know. I know. I know. Yes, I see it. Okay. She said it's not proper etiquette. Like in what is it called? Miss Manners. It's not proper etiquette for you to share your own live. Okay. So, but with that being said, I do share it to the group chat. And so that way I think people know I'm live because of that, but I don't know if that's the case. I just don't bother. I just don't believe that I can't share to support myself. Um, yeah, you said I just can't believe that I can't share to support myself. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that sounds interesting, but it is what it is. People say that, so you shouldn't share your own life. She was saying, well, Flourish gave some feedback that she heard in these TikTok streets. Um, that sharing your own live is probably not proper etiquette. I think that's the way I took what you said. Um, you said, okay, sometimes should share to my closest friend because I want them to see them. Yeah, I would think so. They believe, they view as self promotion or something like that. They see it as self promotion. But yes, that's what it is. I share it to my family and tappers. There we go. We know your schedule. That's true. Y'all should know. But I don't come on right on time. But yes, that is true. I'm gonna test it out. You're not supposed to share your own live. You're not supposed to share your own live. No liking or sharing your own stuff. I've heard the guru say that you shouldn't like your own live, not share. Liking your own live, not share. Um, you know what? I'm gonna ask that question. I'm gonna see if I can get a direct answer. I have not heard that. TikTok actually says more likes will get more people in the room. It says that in the very beginning of your live. I don't I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. So I think I've seen a difference in the liking in the beginning. I also see a difference in sharing. And obviously, if you have people who are following and engaging, they come because of it. So yeah, I've accidentally hit the heart on my own comment and had to unheart yourself. Yes. So, but at the end of the day, and so here's my only reason why I say I don't think it's true. You guys, your room will room. It's gonna go up and down. There's all these things. During the time in my heyday, back in the day when the room was really rooming, and we're gonna get back there. We're gonna get back there. I did all that. That's literally what I was doing all the time, liking, sharing. I was doing all of it, and the room had like 400 people in the room on average. So I don't know if it's true. I don't agree with that notion that you can't, but test it out for yourself and see, because I've always done it. So just change one thing at a time to truly test the theories. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. And just see. The algo may be gearing differently right now. It could be. It could be. There's changes happening all the time. Changes are happening all the time. I mean, to the whole notion that link in bio, like, what does that mean? You can't have it? Can you have it? What does it mean? I haven't gotten the notification pushing people off the platform, but again, my current web page is the agency page, but I haven't gotten that, so I don't know if that's a part of it. It'll be interesting. I'll probably remove it for a moment and see. I was going to add back my stand, so I was going to put the agency page into my stand, add the stand back. So that's something I'm working on behind the scenes. I'm trying to do that actually tomorrow, but I'll test it out. Maybe I'll do no link tomorrow, and just see as of Monday if I add it in. What's the difference between tomorrow and not having it there? Maybe I'll take it out tonight and see. Yoga may be gearing, yeah, so it could be. It could be. There's constant changes. Yeah, one thing at a time. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. There's constant changes happening all the time. So one thing you're doing today could be fine. Next thing you know, it's not fine. You're trying to figure out what was it that changed, and it could be the algorithm. So we know there's always new additions to the live. I still don't have the 3 goal yet. That's a new one. I can test it, but my room is empty versus empty-ish regardless. He's so funny. He's like, I'll test it. I'll test it. Let us know, Urban Eye Candy. Let's see. Let's test it out, Fred. But yeah, it just depends on what's happening in your live stream. I know, again, it does go back to, the actions you're doing. I'll update you. Thank you, Fred. Keep us posted. You're like, you know what? I stopped tapping and sharing. I've noticed everyone didn't get it. I wonder why for Go. Say that again. You must have got filtered. I haven't seen I didn't see your other comment. What didn't they get? I found folks I shared to pop in because I share, but I'm starting to schedule. Yes. Always schedule. I do schedule. I've been trying my best to schedule maybe a little bit in advance, but can't share on Live Studio or tap. Or you can't share or tap on Live Studio. Ah, that was the only comment. Okay, gotcha. About the three goals. Oh, you were talking about the three goals. Yes. Okay, that's what that was referring to, the three goals. I know everyone didn't get it, and I was wondering why for a goal. Yeah, so I didn't get it. Not the Mac. Interesting. Interesting, TikTok. Okay. That does speak volumes. Like, if you are on Live Studio, that's not something you can do. And sharing is supposed to be there, though, because you can share on PC. It's interesting that you can share on PC, but you can't share on Mac, the live stream itself. Interesting. So why put it on one and not the other? Or maybe it's just in due time you'll be able to share on Mac. Yeah. I mean, the sharing of the live is at its core how you are able to also share it out to people outside the app even. Like, if you want to share a text message, you can share it live that way. You can share it to the other platforms. Literally, I'm looking at the different ways you can share it. And then obviously the individuals you can share it to in the groups. He said Mac development is always later, so some features may take longer to implement. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You can share it outside, just not to TikTok. Interesting. Why is Live Studio needed? I deleted mine today. What do you mean, why is it needed? I mean, it's another way to stream. Why did you delete it? I mean, obviously you don't necessarily need to stream that way, but was it in a way on your computer, like you didn't like it there? You had it downloaded and you streamed from, you never used it. Yes, Dr. Foster, he was in here earlier. He asked, that was kind of how the conversation started today. He was asking about Live Studio and using Live Studio to stream when it comes to his teaching lives. And so Leanne, she's in the room. So Zia, if you want to connect with Leanne, she does her format on Live Studio, and she's showing her artwork. And so she's using it as another phone, another camera source, so that you can see her doing her drawing, but I also see her talking. Yeah. It seemed the same. Okay. Interesting. It's not the same. I'm going to say that it's not the same. I mean, it is kind of the same, but I'm just saying it's some pros and cons to it. And no, it's not the same though. I'm definitely a phone. I prefer the phone, and I realize that the Live Studio is a work in progress. They're still developing it. Hey, Trisha T, how you doing, friend? They're still working on it, developing it, making sure Live Studio is catching up to some of the things you can do in your live stream. But there's some people who use Live Studio, hey, friend, who use Live Studio, and I'm just blown away, in terms of the way they've integrated their Live Studio into their live stream based on their topic. Hi there, what's the difference between going live and using Live Studio? Hey, friend, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Spirited Imagery. Thank you so much for being here. And let's do this, friend. Your profile was one of. Oh, you don't have a bio. Okay, I'm gonna give you some homework. So stay with me for a second, but let me answer your question, and we're gonna circle back to your homework, okay? So that you can get in these TikTok streets right. So let's see, friend. So when it comes to live, going live and using Live Studio, one live, okay, live, hello, okay. So live, what we're doing now is from a mobile device. I'm on my phone, and then also on my tablet. I'm going live on the YT over there. So that is live. That is going live in general. People tend to refer to the mobile device. Live Studio is going live from your laptop or a computer, desktop, laptop or desktop, PC or Mac, doesn't matter. So Live Studio is going from a laptop. It is a different interface of the live, of the TikTok live experience. And so it's a little bit of a learning curve. Has some of the features as the mobile, but the mobile obviously has been built out more functionality, more features will drop here. Live Studio is a little bit of a lag behind, so it's lagging compared to the mobile. Okay, so just know most people go live. The majority of people go live from their device, their phone device. And then the ones who go from the computer or the laptop, you figure there's a lot of gamers, and they've really tried to build out Live Studio to compete with some of the gaming platforms that are out there, and how people game and get build community that way. So you see that, and then you see people will use it for other ways to engage their audience when it comes to teaching some content. Leanne's, she's in a room, she's in the agency. She uses it for her artwork and art design. And so it just depends on what your topic is and how you want to use Live Studio. Okay. Oh, I had it on my phone, not my PC. Oh, you didn't have it on your phone. You probably would have clicked it, and it would have took you to the instructions to go to your PC and download it. That's probably what happened. So it was just saying Live Studio, and once you would have clicked it, it would have directed you to the desktop or the laptop. Hello, friend. Hey, Dr. Sandvan. New Year, thanks for giving us this insight. You are so welcome, friend. Thank you for the rose. Thank you all who are in the room. If you're new to my room, I always say yes. Thank you so much, Doc. Put new in the chat. I want to make sure you guys are getting as much guidance as a newbie as possible. And so I answer a lot of questions. Erica, thank you for oh, look at you guys. Said we knew. Oh, look at it, friends. I appreciate you guys chiming in. Thank you so much for that. Sometimes I say that and people don't answer. They don't even answer. They just ignore me. So Erica and Spirited, y'all getting homework. Y'all gonna get homework. And then BDK, let's see, BDK ITEE. Hello. NPC, I don't know what that stands for. Digital marketing, part of SOB, helping educate others on breaking into the future of 2026. And then you have a link in the bio on Invest. Thank you so much for being here. Regina, how you doing? Happy Saturday, friend. Thank you for the shares. I appreciate your blessings. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much, Erica. Muku, how you doing, friend? Thank you for being here as well. Others who came into the room, feel free to say new and let's connect. I appreciate you all coming in and chatting. So really quickly, my homework assignment for my friends in the room. Okay, so when you come to a live stream, hello, Create. When you come to a live stream, one of the things you want to do is have words in the bio. It's great because, as you can see, people click your bio, see who you're all about, see what you're all about, see what your live stream or your content's all about. So you want to have words in your bio. The main reason why you want to do is because it's how you optimize your profile. So when you start an account on TikTok, you create a bio along with your photo, your name, which is the name we see here is your nickname, and then your username is your official name on TikTok. And so recognize that those are things that you want to do. You don't want to have the user with all the numbers forever. You want to have a photo or image in your bio, and you want to have a bio itself, okay, on your profile and a bio itself. And that's how TikTok learns who you are and what you're about. And then ideally, those words that you have in your bio, you can have your live stream topic, you can have some other information you want to share. Ideally, you have some words that align to your niche and the topics you're going to be talking about on TikTok. And then as you create content, you're going to be intentional about creating content that aligns with the words in that bio as well. And then when you go live, how you doing, King? When you go live, you want to make sure that the words you're talking about in your live stream align with your bio as well. And so it's very much important to connect all of it. Okay, connect the dots for TikTok, connect the dots for your community, and be very intentional about what you're saying and what you're talking about in your live stream. Okay, let me know if that all makes sense. I appreciate you all being here. So words in your bio are important, and make sure you take a look at it. You know, Flourish Plants. Flourish, are you still in the room? She was here talking to us. I would tell y'all really quickly. Check out her bio if you want to check her bio out. If you ever get a minute, check out her bio. It's no guessing about what she does and when she goes live and what her topic is about. You said words in the bio should be keywords. There you go, friend. There you go. So I pinned her so you guys can see that. Makes sense. I thought when someone did it for me, so I will. Okay, there we go. I don't see your bio. Let me say that, Erica. So is your account private? So that's a whole different conversation. Thank you for the daily heartbeat. Because if your account is private, the whole point of TikTok is for you to engage with other people in their content, for you to build community that is aligned with your topic, your niche, people you want to get engage with. Yes, there's none, not private. Okay, as far as I know. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let me just finish my thought. So, so with that, private, you can be anonymous. Your photo you don't have to show. You can have faceless content. You can have a cute little nickname that you use on your page, and nobody knows who you are and what you're all about. And so that's what I would encourage people to do before they click, I'm going to have a private account, because it stunts your growth. You can't grow. You won't have the visibility. You won't have that engagement and connection because people don't know you're out there. People can't follow you. You can't connect back with them, or you can connect. You have to choose to connect back with them. And so it just makes the growing process slower and unnecessarily slow if you just want to be private. So that's my 2 cents about that. I just want you guys to hear me say that. But recognizing that this is an app that's based on engagement. Everything you do, greetings, King. Thank you so much. Everything you do here is all about building community. That's the main purpose of this app. Building community, growing, and then ultimately people are going to be fans of your life. Thank you so much. You're going to take your little letters and go. Appreciate you. What is he dropping? What is he dropping? Music notes? What's going on? I'm like, what's going on? You dropping your letters? I'm like, I'm taking it and going. That is super cute. Thank you so much, Sunshine. Appreciate your friend. You said, Bryce, how are you, friend? I'm extremely comfortable over on the other social media. Are you really? You know, went live here for the first time last night. How was it? You started off by saying I'm extremely comfortable on the other platforms, huh? You're extremely comfortable on the other. This one was uncomfortable. Is that what you said? He was like, "What in the world?" You said it was good. Okay, good. Okay, that's good news. Stick with it. What's your topic about? Thank you for being here. Thank you for chiming in, friend. Portfolio. Okay, you have your name. Follow for Gen X. Take all the things life, love, and UGC with my co-creator. Oh, wife Carla and Tiny Dog Sam. Look at you, friend. Oh, I love it. Thank you for being here. Eugenia, thank you so much for coming in. More comments than 97% of others at my level. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Stick with it, friend. I put it back on my phone and it took me out your room for TikTok Studio, not TikTok Live Studio. TikTok Studio is different than TikTok Live Studio. So was that what you were talking about this whole time? TikTok Live Studio or TikTok Studio? Those are two different places. Yeah. TikTok Studio is an app. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, TikTok Studio is the app. And it's also on your profile. It's on your profile. I tell people all the time. Every time I talk, I'm telling you to go to TikTok Studio to look at your live center, look at your live analytics, all the features for the campaigns and all your live events. That's under TikTok Studio. Yeah, Live Studio is for your laptop to go live. That's where you would click for Live Studio. You said, but I'm really curious to know more about what you are saying about the studio for teaching. Yes, under the picture. Yes, under the picture. Yes. So that's on your profile picture. Yep. That's the backstage area for TikTok for you as a creator. Yeah. Your analytics is there, some posting. Oh, now I got it. Yep. So what I was talking about, live studio, Bryce. Do me a favor, Leanne, put a comment in. I'm gonna pin you, friend. Put a comment in. She does live studio, all the time, daily, and so I need TikTok live studio if you want to go from a computer. Yes, if you're gonna try to go live on a computer, she does it all the time. And Esther, thank you for joining. So because of that, oh, Leanne may have left. Leanne, did you leave? Let me know. Did you leave? She must have left. Okay, that's fine. So Leanne does Live Studio. She's an artist, so she does the drawing at the top. She uses a different camera source, and so she'll showcase her artwork. Thank you so much for the hand hearts. Got it. Okay, perfect. Oh, you're here. Okay, perfect. So this is Leanne. Bryce, this is Leanne. Follow her, connect with her. She's a good person to kind of see it in action. Oh, okay, I see you now. Let me pin your time. She goes live at 9 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so she's a good person to go to her room and just see it in action. I did it a few times last month. Um, Not a big fan of. It's a little bit of a learning curve. Because my live is the way it's structured. I'm talking. I bring people up as guests. Guest sound quality was compromised. I'm not sure why they were. Their sound was coming out as an echo, so that was problematic. I didn't care for that. Um, you said I used the live studio, but didn't really see a way to do anything different than what you're doing here. Okay, so Leanne can talk you through that. So there is ways, and if you look at different live streams, there are people who will in her, and you'll see instantly her room is the way her setup is. It's not like your traditional live. She has a screen at the top where she's doing her drawing. You see her hand. She's drawing, making her artwork, and then she's at the bottom and she's talking to you. So she has like these two camera sources happening. There's other people who do it different ways. So there's so many different options there. So yeah. Can do voice chat on desktop. Is that a question? I don't think so. But Leanne, can you do it? I don't know if you can. I don't believe you can. I think I like this way better. I do. I'm a traditionalist. But I'm intrigued by Live Studio because I've seen some great streams, but it is a bit of a learning curve. I would have to sit down and be patient with it to really learn and understand how to leverage it. I would need to probably go out in the TikTok streets and see if there's anybody that does it in a way that it aligns with what I'm doing. Like, I see what Leanne's doing. It makes sense for what she's doing, but I don't know if I see myself using it. So it's pretty interesting. So much good information for us newbies. You are so welcome, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, friend. I have regular PC. You have regular, could not find it. Oh, you have to go no voice chat on Mac. There you go. No, I don't think it's on the PC either. You said I want to do that. Yeah. What is TikTok One used for? TikTok One is part of it's kind of like their UGC program. So you can work with brands to do content creation for them. And so it's a way for them to have different brands that are having what is it, call for services. So they want to talk about, hey, we want to partner, and people can find different opportunities to work with a brand. I think it's a little bit of matchmaking, a little bit of, what you can click and see if they'll accept you or not. So I have it and I don't use it. So I don't have experience with how it actually works. It just changed from some other name because it was a different name at the beginning of last year, and it changed maybe around April, May. So now it's called TikTok One, but it's really for brands. So I think it's kind of their UGC type approach. I have a mastermind where I help with AI and Canva, and I'm always sharing my screen. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, so you definitely want to look at Creator Marketplace. Thank you so much, Leanne. That's it. It was Creator Marketplace. Thank you so much for that. Yep, that was the original name. And then it switched over to TikTok One. I do have it, but and I think you were able to get it at 10,000 followers. I think there was a 10,000 follower element to it too. Yeah. Hey, Rochelle, how you doing? It's me again. Thank you so much. Anybody in the room use TikTok One? Anybody used it? Had it have experience with it? Put it in the chat if you do. We would love to hear your thoughts on it. If you use it, understand it a little bit more. I don't, like I said, I don't use it. I set up the account because you had to kind of go in and set up your preferences for what type of niche and opportunities you wanted to get. So I was like business, education. That was the type of stuff I put in there for myself. I got on both accounts at 1K. I'm gonna use junior this year. What do you mean? Later this year, maybe? You got at 1K. So, okay, then once it changed over to TikTok One, the number the requirement must have dropped. That changed. So when it changed over to TikTok One, maybe they were allowing more people to have access to it. I know for a fact it was 10K at one point. Because it was showing up. You know how you could look at your benefits and it'll show you what you had eligibility for? That was one of the ones at 10K. So it must have changed. Trending. Okay, you're gonna try it later in the year? Okay. I might try it in like quarter 4. Later in the year for me too. Quarter 3, quarter 4. Trending. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you so much, Zia. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, so I feel you on that. Try it later in the year. Anybody use it? OMG, it was a portfolio feature. So I'm going to use that to see if it makes a difference. Oh, it has a portfolio feature. Okay, like I said, I don't know much about that. Interesting. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know much about TikTok One. So to your point, if there's something in it that will help with building out branded content for you, like content that you've created, that you worked with brands, I think that'll be important too. So that's definitely something you can leverage. Bryce, you say UGC. Tell us more about the UGC. So you do UGC content. Tell us more about that because you talked about AI and Canva that you want to teach, but tell us more about the UGC in your name. And so it's curious. I don't know if you're still here, friend. Tell us more about that because you have it in your name. Do you work with certain platforms or certain niche? What's that about, friend? We have a few people in the room that's curious about it too. Yes, user generated content. What did I miss? You asked the question about TikTok One. He's like, what did I miss? So we're talking about UGC now. We're talking about TikTok One a little bit too. I'm not sure about if this aligns with TikTok One. I don't know enough about it to say it does. Yes, I got that. So okay. Yeah, so I was asking, hey Princess, how you doing, friend? I was asking Bryce what does he do for UGC? Thank you for the repost. Thank you all who are coming in the room. I appreciate you all being here. If you are new to my room, put new in the chat. Let me know if you have any questions. And feel free to drop a friendly note in the chat. We have gone live for 2 hours officially, 2 hours and 3 minutes. I'm probably going to stay on I'll probably get off in the next 15, 20 minutes at most. So I'm not going to stay on too much longer. But let me know if there's questions, friends. We're talking all things live streaming. I didn't ask about the TikTok One. But yeah, no, you didn't. We are hired by brands to create videos for their social media. Okay, gotcha. So I believe that TikTok One is TikTok ways of getting pieces of the UGC. That's what I said. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I wanted Bryce to talk a little bit more about the UGC work he was doing. So yes, yeah, that's what I gathered from what was in my, the way I set up the profile and what was happening with the type of notifications I was getting. So that's pretty much what it is. He said, new. Thank you so much. I said, Shanette, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining the live stream and saying new in the chat. And I'm going to give you some homework. Thank you for the shares, friend. Thank you for the shares. I appreciate you being here. Wow, that's a long time. Yes, me being live for 2 hours, 2 hours and 4 minutes now. As you guys can tell, let me just kind of help with dispelling some concerns about going live for a long time. You said that people making money via the app without getting something. That's true. Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like it. Yes. I'm an example. My wife and I will be filming some beach scenes on Monday for a couple hours. Okay, awesome. As an example. Oh, as an example of content that you're doing for UGC. Okay, gotcha. Okay, is that for, I'm assuming that's for a partnership that you have in the making, that you're doing it for one of your UGC contracts. Okay, nice. I love that. Um, so here's cool on East or West Coast. Bryce, East or West Coast at the beach. Date Nap hired us. No way. Nice. All right, Bryce. I love it. I love it. That's pretty cool. So, and now they want you guys to do a promo video and y'all going to the beach. I love it. You're like, we're gonna be on the beach filming us walking along the beach. Bryce, you're Florida. Hey, neighbor. I told y'all because TikTok heard us talking about it earlier. TikTok heard me talking about it. Hey, I'm in Orlando, so thank you so much. You're in the Gulf Coast. Thank you for being here, friend. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hello, Cornelia. How you doing? Hello. Appreciate your friend. You said, thank you for the shares. I appreciate you, friend. You said, let me assist. Thank you so much. That's awesome. It is interesting. Oh wow, love it. Congratulations, friend. Yes. Bryce, 30 seconds with no speaking. Can't beat it. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. All you guys have to do is film yourself walking down the beach. That's cool. That's beautiful. Loving couple for a date nap. And y'all been married. How long y'all been married? I don't know why I'm thinking 30 years. Was that in the bio? No, you didn't say how many years. I don't think you said how many years. But yes. That's great. 13 years. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Wow, that's awesome. So, yeah, so you can't beat that at all. Cannot beat that at all. But that's the beauty of this. I mean, at the end of the day, there's so many different opportunities. So UGC is becoming a big thing that people are talking about. So yeah, TikTok One has different opportunities out there that they'll post. And again, I'm not sure of the format. I feel like you have to almost kind of bid for the opportunity. So it's not something you're actually guaranteed. I think you have to bid for it. Maybe you do the content and they have to like it. There's something weird about the process. So I just never invested the time to really learn it. But if anybody does or knows more information, please share it because I'm curious about it. But just recognizing that it's something that is based on your content creation. So just kind of keep that in mind. Um, 2 hours. I was going to speak to that real quick. So my new people in the room, as you go live, there's a couple things that happens as you're going live, and this is part of the live streaming tips. I just want you guys to kind of hear me talk about this. Your chat, people asking questions. You saw me ask who's new in the room, put new in the chat. You see new people chiming in and saying hello and asking questions for the live stream topic. You'll see me click their profile. I'm reading their bio, asking them other questions and stuff. So as I do that, the time ticks away. It doesn't feel like you're doing a whole lot to kind of get people to engage. I live there up there for 2024. Oh, awesome, awesome. I am I'm more centralized, so it's kind of hard to. Well, I guess I won't say it on the internet, but centralized. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much. How you doing, Sister Mecca? So when everything's said and done, you can have conversations with your chat. You should always be talking to your chat. You should be always trying to get that engagement. Thank you so much, friend. And ways to do it is that you can read the bio, you can ask questions, you can engage back. Let's give sprinkles of love, where you're touching the screen, sprinkling the love, letting those hearts flutter up. Last place I lived was Claremont. Yes, that's yes, Claremont. Yeah, yeah, I knew some friends who lived that way. That's not too far from the Lake Ridge winery as well. Yes, love it. Hey, how you doing, November? And so the other thing you guys saw, if you were here earlier, there was two people that came up in my boxes. Vibe Wellness Woman, she came up and had some questions, and we talked a little bit. And then you had Flourish. She came in and shared information as well. So just know that as you go live and you build your community, you're consistently doing this, the time goes quickly. It does. Sharing is caring. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you all sharing out the live stream. Thank you so much, bringing more friends into the room. We got over 147 shares. Thank you so much. So I appreciate all the support. We're about to hit 1K hearts up there, the likes. Thank you so much for supporting. If you are not familiar with sprinkling of love, sprinkling, you can go here and you're literally liking the live. Okay, some people put the stickers in there. That's the TAP stickers. We're practicing flourish language, so put the TAP stickers in the chat for us. And so that way we can get some more friends in the room too. So let me know if you have questions. But what I was going to say is that the time will go quickly. So as you are talking to your community, engaging, some things you can do based on your topic too is that you can have these moments. Thank you so much, friends. I see you guys putting the stickers in the chat. Thank you all. Yes, yes, yes. Consistency and engagement. Love it, love it, love it. Sprinkles of love. We got to 100K. Thank you so much. Congratulations. I appreciate it. And so as you start talking to your community and they are engaging too, you might have different segments that you have in your live stream where you're having people come up for a minute. I have a piece in my live and I'm about to actually say it shortly. Hey, Nika. I'm going to say it shortly, but I usually ask people towards the end, like, share who's going live next. What time you going live? What's your time, topic, time, and time zone? So you want to make sure you come up with a way for your audience to kind of have expectations for different parts of what you're going to do. It also helps you to a certain extent also know how to keep things flowing in your live. And especially if there's moments where you're like, oh, what can I share? What can I talk about? What are some things that we can do next? That you have kind of a list of things you can offer. Quiet space for real thoughts, healing and human. The truth, the quiet truth. Let me know if you have questions, friend. It got muted, but let me know if you have questions. Awesome live. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And so when everything's said and done, the time will start going quickly. So get to the point that you're going live at least in the beginning, folks, definitely an hour. You want to go live, definitely an hour. I agree with Flora. She said 2 hours at a minimum. You should get to the point where you're going at least 2 hours. 90 minutes is your next milestone. So an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Just saying. Just saying. You'll see your live is going to go up and down, up and down. People are going to come up and down in your room. You'll see that. Thank you so much. Yes, create a bio. We appreciate you, Queen. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all too. Thank you for the support. And so as it goes up and down, I do 2 hours 3 times a week. That's good. That's good. Now I would encourage you, gently encourage you to see if you can extend it by a day or 2 more. So if you can get to the point where you're doing 4 times a week, maybe 5, that's helpful. I have to admit, you guys, I'm a fan of the weekends. I'm just saying. I always say the weekends for me is where people start coming out to just engage on the app. They've been working all week. They're hard at work. They're doing what they need to do. And then the weekend hits and it's like, let me get on these TikTok streets. Let me see what's happening in these live rooms and what's going on here. Oh Lord, 4 days, yeah. Get to the point where you can extend it a little longer. And so you'll get people who will come in, and because they are now just scrolling, they come to your room because they're searching for that topic, they're looking for that information, and they come across your room. And now they're listening to you, your tips and strategies. And now they're sitting a little longer and they're like, wow, okay, I like what I'm hearing here. And so, what do you do? What do you do when it's crickets? Oh, yes. Thank you, so Nika. Pick up those. Thank you, friend. Pick up them letters. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. It's not even letters. It's voice notes, ain't it? It's like music notes. Is that what he dropping? Music notes? I'll try. Keep talking. Yes. So Bryce, what do you do when it's crickets? So Flora said this, and I've always said this. When you start your live, the way you start your live is key. You are talking talking about your topic, talking about your live stream. Now, she said it a little differently. I will say this because I've always said the keywords, and you want to make sure you got that elevator pitch, the thing that you're doing, what your live is about. Now, she said, you know what? I don't even do the elevator pitch. She does just keywords. She's just saying randomness words. But I'm not saying randomness. They all are keywords for her live. Her live. So her live, she's in the gardening niche. She is talking about plants. She's talking about all this stuff. She's saying words that matter to her live stream audience and to the algorithm. And so that's what you do in the beginning because you're trying to train the algorithm on what your topic is about. Okay? Ideally, you got those words in your bio. Remember, I told you the bio is key. You got the words in your bio. You are being intentional about saying it in your live stream. Your content, I tell you guys all the time, if your content's all over the map and people can't instantly go to your content and say, oh, here's what you talk about. You said that's gold. Here's what you talk about. I get it. Okay. Oh, all right. I get it. All right. But if people can't do that and they don't know what your topic is about on your content side, then the algorithm is not going to know what you're talking about in your live stream either. 2 hours nightly. Was that a question? November Vision? Let me know if that was a question. Thank you all for sharing. You're welcome. No problem. That's what this live is all about. We share, we talk about live streaming. We talk about all things going live. I am an agency. I am a creator network agency owner / manager. And so I do that as well. And many of the people in the room are in the agency. And if you are curious or want to know more about the agency, I could talk about that too. I tell you guys, I always have things in my back pocket to talk about. I got stuff to talk about. We can keep talking. So, but I'll talk about that in a second, just so you know you can apply to the agency if you are live streaming. You got to be live streaming to be in the agency, and it's a free program. It is 100% free. That's what I do. Okay, oh, that's what you do. You talk for 2 hours. There you go. You're training the algorithm. So, Bryce, you want to start strong. Thank you for the follow, Erica. You want to start strong. You want to talk quite a bit. I remember when I first tapped into your live. Thank you so much. Look at you, friend. You're in these streets too. With your 22, you're about to hit that 25 fly in soon. Look at your friend. So you want to talk. You want to share information that's going to be important for your audience. Like I said, she said it's important that you're talking very slowly, very intentionally about your topic. So again, TikTok is hearing you. You're enunciating. You're being very intentional about the words you're choosing that relate to your topic. So I talk about live streaming. I'm giving you live streaming tips. I give you live streaming beginner tips. I talk about what does it mean to be a live host on TikTok. And so just recognizing that that's a way you can do it so that TikTok knows what you're talking about. Now again, she uses words because she's in a plant niche. She's saying plant names. She's saying things about plant care. She's doing that again to let the algorithm know what exactly her topic is about. And so it's rather easy. And I'm not trying to minimize what she's doing, but it's easy when you know your niche, when you know what your topic is about. Thank you so much. Hello, friend. Come on in. Let's definitely engage. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all being here. Definitely engage with others. Spirit, I see some people using moderators. Why and when would I need to use one? You know what? I tell people in the beginning, first of all, you need to know your room and you know your chat and engage. So Flores had her daughter moderating when she first started, and then things kind of slowed down and changed for her, and now she's picked up new moderators. Here's the thing, what I would tell you. It's important that you start cultivating relationships. I can answer that one, moderators. It's important that you start cultivating relationships because people are here for you. They're here for you as the live host. The whole concept of a fan club is because those individuals, they appreciate what you're sharing. They're connecting with you. And so they want to get to know, like, and trust you. Okay? So that's important. So in the beginning, don't use a moderator. If you are just starting this journey and your room is less than, I would say less than 50 people, okay, you don't need a moderator. I'm just going to say that. You don't need a moderator for less than 50 people, okay? Once it starts to go over 50, then I might say, you know what, maybe get yourself a moderator. But in the meantime, you need to be in your chat. You need to be connecting with your audience. You need to be moving and scrolling up and down and connecting with people and reading their bios and talking to them and letting people feel seen and heard, because these are real people behind the screen. Okay? I have a friend who does keyboard demos. Everyone is asked to see different keyboards. I love that. And so they're probably moving. And again, and so to that sense, Bryce, I probably would say get yourself a moderator, because if you know you're going to be away from the screen, you're showing different things. It's almost like a shop live. If you are showing the product, then it might be a little harder to engage by pinning and doing the other stuff, because you're talking about what's in front of you. So in that sense, you need a moderator. But if you're like me, where I'm just here talking to y'all, I can control my own chat. I'm just saying. I can control my own chat. Hey, you doing? How you doing, Turtle 6? Thank you. One sometimes have mods. You said what now? In terms of oh my God, I have 10 and the bots come all the time. Yeah, you definitely want to mute and block them. Mute them, block, and report if it's bad. Thank you for the follow. I love all my friends. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate that. You sometimes have mods. Rachel, how are you doing with your live stream? Things going well for you? So again, your fan club, we talked about this earlier in the week because they just rolled out the whole AI tags that are now available for your fan club. Your fan club is your community. As you grow that fan club, those are the people who are coming in and they're learning and growing. They love your topic. They love your entertainment, inspiration, your teaching, whatever you're doing, they're there for you. So they want to feel seen and heard. So if you can create that community early, that's important, and let me say this, your fan club is also a part of your monetization. So I'm just going to say that, because those are the people who you get, as you have active fan club members, those are the people you get monetized based on. Okay. So that's part of the the weekly missions. So how do you recognize a bot? Again, a newbie. There's some of them have like the different weird names, and those are bots. You can remove those. Some of them come in, people say, oh, the user with all the numbers, those are bots, and you could remove those. I think those are people who didn't optimize their profile a lot of the times. So what I will say though, most of the times what we perceive to be a bot is actually a real person. Now, if there's somebody coming to your room spamming your live, making the same comment over and over again, doing that, you want to mute them. You want to stop them from doing that. There's people who dry tag. I just stopped somebody earlier who was dry tagging. Trolls, you definitely want to control the trolls, the people who are coming in and they are definitely they don't have good intentions. You definitely want to control those people and get them out your room. And so again, it just depends on what's happening in your chat, and you can remove them. What's dry tagging? Dry tagging, if you touch somebody's name. So for example, Rochelle, if you touch Launch Your Income, my agency page, it's like it. If you click that and don't put a comment after it, click it and it says the name in your chat, in your box or your comment box, and you just hit send, but don't put a comment. That's called dry tagging. Hey, how you doing, Lady Exclusive? How you doing, friend? So that's called dry tagging. And so you want to avoid doing that in the chat, because what happens is it looks, you said that, what's that? Who did it? Oh, you did it to Rochelle. Yeah, she just did it to you. That's called dry tagging. Yeah. Thank you, Nika. Nika said, let me dry tag up real quick. And so, first of all, it looks like a bot behavior. It's not a good thing to do. It looks bot behavior. And then, because bots would just do that, they don't put words behind it. Also, I think TikTok will start, there's rumors about what's the impact to the room. I don't know if if I've seen anything in writing that speaks to what exactly happens as a repercussion to the room. But people say don't do it because it could impact your feed. You're being recommended to the For You feed. So I could see that being the case if your room is spamming and stuff. I could see that being the case. Sometimes it happens on accident. Yes, sometimes it does happen on accident. But then when people repeatedly do it, then they're doing it on purpose. And so you got to tell them not to do it. So I've heard it does impact your For You feed. Oh, I thought they were just saying hello. No, they didn't say hello. That's the problem. It's like if you're going to say hello, say hello. Don't just say my name. So, but yeah, they need to say hello. That's what they need to do. You get a lot of that in grow rooms. Yes, I think that is part of why it's a no no, because it will impact your. It's almost like follow for follow type behavior. And TikTok's like, no, 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 can't do that. If I take a clip from the recording of my live stream, where does it go? Not the highlight, but a clip. It saves on that. If you save it, you click save. You go back out of that area where you're looking at the download that clip, and it'll show up right at the top. It shows up where the highlights are. It's like clip 1, clip 2, clip 3. Yep, that's where those clips are going. So you got to go back to where your highlight section is, and you'll see that new clip there. Yep. The point is you should always use your words. Exactly. That sounds like an educator in you. Always use your words, people. Say hello. That's it. I love it. So no, it's definitely important. Is it only there for a certain time? No, it's there for the video's there for 30 days. I think it's there for 30 days. Yeah, the highlights are there for 30 days, or the clip, or the download, or your live recording. I'm sorry, that's the proper term. Your live recording is there for 30 days, and so it stays there with it. Yes, because you saved it. Yeah. So yeah, I know that to be true. At least I'm assume 30 days. But I did a clip for something last week, and I went back to that week, that day I did the clip, and it was there. Yeah. Is there a way to pick your highlights? The one it showed me last week wasn't really that great. So what Lady Exclusive just said is that you can create your own clip. So you don't have to use the highlight that they created. Now, obviously the highlight has more little interactive features, and it may have the little spinning images and some text on screen, but you can create your own clip from your live stream. So you just go to the live recording, and I tell people go to the heading where that date and time is, and there's an arrow right next to it. Click that arrow at the end of that heading and time frame. Click that arrow, and that's the full live recording. You can download that full recording, or you can create a clip from that recording. And then the clip gives you like a 2-minute clip if you want to go. It starts at 60 seconds, but you can extend it and make it longer. So yeah, let me know if there's other questions. I appreciate you. I did download the whole recording, but I like the TikTok heart and the highlight. Yes. I mean, like I said, the highlights have the little extra features, but yeah. The highlights, you just got to be careful because they try to also include that go live campaign tag in there too, with a link in there too. And if your video does not relate to the campaign, you always get not approved for the campaign messages. And I think that also suppresses your views. Just saying. That's a quick slick move on their part, but it does suppress your views on that video. Hey there, how you doing, the blurry visionary? How you doing? Great questions and tips. You're wired. Good to know. Yep. Can you do a shoppable live and co-host, or have people on the panels without you having restrictions? I would recommend that you don't. I've seen somebody do it successfully. I don't know why they were able to do it. I chalk it up to them being special. Pals, I don't know if she's here, but when I've done it, I get a restriction every time, the static image one. So I would recommend not doing it. It's not worth it. Turn the shopping cart off if you want to do it where you co-host or have guest panels. I wouldn't risk it because you're going to mess up. You're going to get point deductions on your shop page, and it limits, it takes away from your ability to do other campaigns and other visibility for your live stream. It's a whole mess, and it doesn't clear out for 90 days. So I would say don't do it. I wasn't using a green screen or stickers, but lately a lot of restrictions on it's because of that shopping cart being on. So turn it off. How do I turn the shopping cart off? You take the products off, remove those products in that shopping cart. Yeah, you gotta remove the products. Yeah. Thank you all. Yeah, I keep hearing to do one or the other. Yep, you got to do. You got to pick. Pick what you're trying to do. TikTok's like, are you trying to do shop? Are you trying to sell these products? You trying to sell this clip on light? What you trying to sell? Or are you trying to talk to your friends? Talk to this co-host and stuff. No, you trying to sell these products. So you getting a static image. So I don't know. How many restrictions can you get? I've heard 6, which is bad. You don't want 6. I got 4 in a week for that static image. And I was like, oh, never again. So I turned my shopping cart off. Or, people were asking to come in my box. I say, hey, I got my shopping cart on right now. I'll wait. Wait, give me 30 minutes and then I'll cut it off and then I'll invite people up. So I was doing that as a way to say, okay, I'll try to appease, TikTok with the shop part, because quarter 4, that was really where the traffic was coming from, where they were pushing people in your room because your shopping cart was turned on and you were in the shopping TikTok shoppable live feed. And so that was great because it offered a little bit more visibility, unique people coming to your room. But then when it came to essentially the turn that cart off, I would bring people up in the boxes at that point. So the restriction only stick for 90 days. For TikTok shop, yeah, but you could really mess up your ability to go do shop if you keep getting that restriction. So you don't want to do that. Yeah. How about music? I tried to look it up and heard was a no-no, but I see almost everyone doing it. It's not a no-no. You could do music. Music has not been disallowed in the U.S., so you can do it. Yes, you could do it. That actually was in a conversation I was in recently with my point of contact for the agency, and we were in a meeting, and somebody asked that question. She said, you absolutely could play music. Yeah, so you can play music. You're fine. Not a problem to play music. Now, I don't play music. I need to start playing music again, but I don't because I co-stream on the YT. So I just focus on live streaming here and not getting in trouble with the music. What is the value of getting likes on your live? Are they monitored? Yes. So the likes are part of how TikTok sees your live as being engaging. People like it. It helps to support visibility for your live, maybe the For You feed. Let me ask this. So spirited imagery. How did you find my live? What were you looking at my content? Was I on the FYP page? How did you find my live? Pandora, okay. Pandora is fine. It's fine. You should be fine. You should be fine. Because I haven't heard, what they're saying is that in the future they may put limitations surrounding people having the copyrights, the copyrights to the music, to the song. But right now that's not the focus. If you are a business account, don't do music. You shouldn't be playing music. So just be careful with that. Scrolling. So I came in your For You feed then. Okay. Thank you for the follow. I'm new to your page, FYP. Hey, Faithful is she. Love it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, Pandora's fine. Let's see. Faithful is she. Jesus Family, Team Flex, line dancing. Okay, friend, look at you. So yes, let's see. Mama Sandy's Tribe. Hi, you came up on my For You page. It's nice to meet you. I follow you and I'm new here. Thank you so much, Mama Sandy. Thank you for being here. It says Gen X walking in faith, loving my people, grand boy Nana. Hey Eugene, thank you for the daily heart me. Appreciate you. Welcome to the room, Mama Sandy. Appreciate you all. So yes, so thank you so much. That was important that people come to your live stream in different ways. So they see you on the For You feed. Depending on what you're talking about, I'm talking about live streaming for beginners. I give live streaming tips. The board, if I'm in your feed, you see me. 8 grandboys. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That's I'm saying. Oh my gosh. Let me say this. My mother-in-law is a boy mom, and all of her sons, and she has 3, and then she has a stepson as well. All of her sons all had boys. Literally, all of them had boys. As a matter of fact, her only granddaughter or step granddaughter is my daughter. That's it. So she had 3 boys, and each of her boys have Okay, let me say that right. Is that right? 3, 6. Because my husband has 2 boys, and then we have my son together. So he has 3 boys. Her oldest has, he's the oldest. Our stepson has 3 boys, so that's 6. And then the middle child has 2 boys, that's 8. And then the last one has, so she has 9 grandboys. Yeah. So she has nine grandboys and 1 bonus granddaughter. So, wow. I have 2 boys, 1 daughter, and they all had boys. Wow. Yes. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, boys are different than girls. I will say that. They are definitely different than girls. Friendly battles out you on the FYF. Friendly battles out you on, you said friendly battles, and then you said I'm on the FYF. That's what happened. But I love them all so much. I know you do, Fran. Boys are good. My little guy, my little guy's different. My daughter's 20. My boy is 5. My baby boy is 5. So I had, we had the COVID babies. So we had him, and yeah, he's so loving. He loves his mama. He loves his mama. Also put you in the FYF. Also put you in the FYF. What happened? What happened, Miss Treetop? What you saying to me? You said I'm in FYF. Miss Treetop, did you get my email? Miss Treetop. Thank you so much. Did you get my email, friend? Nika had to message me. She's like, did you send me this email? So let me know, did you get my email? Thank you so much. Oh, how you doing, Star Girl? How are you, friend? Thank you for picking up those music notes. Thank you. No, message me. Message me. You said I didn't see. You didn't see it, or you didn't get it. Let me know if you didn't get it. I sent it the other day. So okay, yeah. So check your email. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody coming into the room. So we talk about, you said you looked for it. Okay, so you didn't get it. So let me message you. You check your junk folder. Check your junk mail. Because have you been coming to my agency meetings? You came at one point. Check your junk folder and see if my stuff is now going to your spam or junk or something. Okay. How's it going? It's going well. I appreciate you. How you doing, friend? How is everything going? I messaged Mrs. Treetop about the email to see if she got one. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, she's the only one that hadn't responded. That's why I said, did you get my email? So, doing good. How is our girl? How's Miss Jessica? How's she doing? I fell out of the room and thought the live went down. No, I'm here still. TikTok. Thank you so much for everybody who's being here. So I was joking about how long I was going to stay live. So I shouldn't say I was joking, but realizing I've gone over my time again. So doing really good. That's awesome. That's awesome, friend. Where do I go to find all my restrictions and whatnot on my profile? On your profile, I was supposed to say for your live stream, you go to the Live Center, click Tools and Resources, and there's something under Rules, and there's history under Rules and Guidelines. For the for your content, you could do a account check. For your content side, do an account check and see if something's in there that shows up for your post. Okay, yeah, do an account check. Yeah, that's it. So thank you so much. Appreciate the teddy bears, the gummy bears. Appreciate that, friend. So let me know. So those are in the room. I appreciate you all being here. I was saying that Friendly Battles puts you on the FYF. This dang phone changing my words. Friendly Battles put you on the FYF. Really? Was there an email for everybody, Doc? No. This was, so in my meeting on Sunday, and so those in the room, I am a Creator Network agency. My meeting on Sunday was for people who won the December campaign. We know Mrs. Treetop won. Mrs. Treetop won December, single-handedly. And so she won the new December campaign, and then we had that smaller challenge that she also was top in as well. So that was an email just letting her know that she had won. And so that's the email I was referring to. Now, the other email I sent agency-wide, you guys know that, is what I talked about in the live yesterday. So there should have been 2 emails, y'all. Ms. Treetop, you should have gotten 2 different emails from me in recent time. So let me know if there's any questions about last night's email. That's the email I sent last night. Of course, I was in the Zoom. Yes, you was in the Zoom. So Yes. So let me know, friends, those who came in the room. I appreciate you all coming in. No stress. I'm good. I appreciate you, friend. So I've been going live. So let me say this. This is for my newbies in the room. And if you're new, put in the chat that you knew. Have a wonderful life. See you later. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Um, if you're new to my room, put new in the chat really quickly. Just say new. I'm here. I'm new. Thank you, Erica. You came back saying I knew. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Did you Okay, I was supposed to say, did you do your bio, do your homework? But no, you didn't yet. Not yet. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody saying new. You said new-ish. I appreciate you. I'm new. Hey, I missed it. You're fine. You're fine. Not yet. Okay, I got you. I was saying my friends that didn't have words in their bio. Um, you want to have some words there, some keywords in particular that align with your topic and what you're going to talk about in your life. I know you don't know. I don't know how right now. You're gonna click edit on your profile when you're on your page. Just click edit, and right next to where your name is, I think is where your username is. Click the edit, and that's how you get to it. You said I did mine. Let's see. You did your homework. Oh, look at you! Abstract fluid artist, home decor, upgrade your space, DIY art, encourager, and child of God. Look at you, friend. Well done. Well done. Now, do you go live yet? Now, okay, let me say this. So really quickly, when you talk about, you said nice one. Yes. Very done. Well done. So when you talk about, um, thank you so much, Rochelle. I appreciate you. When you talk about your bio in particular, as you are a live host, you want to make sure you always put your live host time in there too. So this is something for my newbies in the room. So as you're thinking about going live and you're trying to grow your following, your community, all of that is marketing. So people know what time you go live. And so they can go to your page and see that you're live. So you want to put your time zone, and your topic, where people understand what your topic is or something like that. So, and just denote that live host time or live daily or something like that. So people know when you go live, okay? Or what days of the week people put the initials sometimes. The other thing I will say is people will sometimes put their email address, and this is for Bryce because I know Bryce does UGC. That email is important. You don't want to email and what city and state you're in, because sometimes those UGC deals come in your local area too. So just kind of keep that in mind. Thank you for the follow. Okay, I will figure that out next time. There you go, friend. And so email is another place to put it, and you'll get people who will email you. They will email you. Okay. So I'm thinking of my profile. I don't think I have my email, but I have my link to my agency page, and the email's over there. And so that's why I didn't add it. I'm probably gonna update my bio. I need to play around with it a little bit. You said I have. Yeah, you get. I know you do. I know you get outreach all the time. People are emailing constantly different opportunities. Do you get extra bonuses for having a certain amount of heart me's and people who follow you daily? Um, uh, for the daily heart me is related to the Scale Live Rewards, which is part of that weekly mission. Under the weekly mission, they have a content engagement which references your active fan club members. And so because of that, you get a percentage based on how many active fan club members you have. Um, the highest amount is getting 2% for having 2,000 fan club members. So that's not your average person. That's like the A-leaguers. But just know that there's a scale that's there based on how many fan club members you have, active fan club members. Let's see. My bad. I have all the emails and will respond accordingly. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Unfortunately, it was spam. Oh, was it spam? Okay. She was clever though. Spooked a real company. Oh, spoofed a real company. Oh wow. Wow. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yikes. Yeah. You do get the scammers too. So be careful. You'll get some of those scammers. You don't want to you want to be careful about what you respond to and what you not don't respond to. I don't again, when you're in the agency, if you get something from TikTok, you can always ask me. This is for people in the agency. You can always ask me, and I can reach out to my point of contact and see if it's legit, if it's a legit email. So just know that that's something you can do. But yeah, Thank you, Miss K Latte, coming back in. So I've gone live officially 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. So thank you all for coming in, engaging, and connecting with the room. My friends who, again, as you see, people will come in your live. I'm saying hello. People, new people are chatting with me, asking questions. Thank you for sending me the message. I just saw your DM. You're welcome, friend. 15 more down. I know. I'm a, you know. I know. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. She said 15 more minutes. I gotta go to 3 o'clock. 3 hours. 3 hours. I will be doing 3 hours. I gotta stay on 15 more minutes. That's what you would tell. That's what I would tell all of them. I'm like, oh yeah, you got 20 more minutes. You got 15 more minutes. 10 more minutes. And so yes. But as you can tell, it goes quickly. When I looked at the time before, we're 40 minutes later that we've been here. So just recognize that as you're talking, engaging, connecting with your audience and stuff, it goes quickly. Okay. I just realized it is after 7 o'clock though, but I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay. I just realized what time. I said, oh, it's after 7 now. Oh, this is late. You may as well. I know. I was like, oh, okay, I'll stay. I'll stay. The duration is still a challenge for me. I have to work on it. You got this. You got this, Coach Rhonda. Coach Rhonda, if you guys get a chance, her live is so good. It's so good. Because, she is talking to women. If you want to put it in the chat, she's talking to women who are 40 plus, who have often told themselves they can't do something. They have these limiting beliefs. They need encouragement, and she is definitely encouraging, helping you get unstuck. Did I say all your terms? Is that the things you talk about? So she's doing a great job. She has this nice podcast feel to her live stream. It looks great. It sounds great. So she's a good one to go to. Coach Rhonda, are you going live tonight? Let us know, friend. How did you decide on your best time to go live every day to post on your bio? So I go live daily at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. So when I first started a year ago, I've been going live for a year daily, for the most part daily, twice a day, for the most part, twice a day. So I decided that 4 o'clock was was my time that I can commit to going live. So here's what I tell people all the time: start with you. The analytics, all that stuff you can pay attention to. You actually have to start going live consistently for you to have analytics that you can rely on, that are even reliable data. So you need to start with you. So you always start with a time that works for you. And then as you're going live and you're being consistent, I did it daily. And so the reason I started is because I just told you guys earlier, I had the 5-year-old and he was in preschool. And I realized, I was like, okay, he's still in preschool until 6:30. That was this pickup time. And then my husband, he works in the school, K-12 school district, school administration. And he got home typically around 3:30. But he would leave and go for his walk. And so my day job, I typically could manage my calendar so that I didn't have to worry about interruptions pretty much after 4 o'clock. That was pretty much my time off. And so what happened was like, okay, I have this time off. I have this time available. I'm going to start going live daily at 4 o'clock. And so that's what happened, 4 o'clock Eastern. And then I essentially just decided to continue to do that. And then as time went on, my topic evolved a little bit. And I realized there were people who wanted to learn how to go live. They were nervous and afraid, and they were starting to go live. And then they wanted to learn how to make passive income, how to support them in their live stream, how to build connections with their audience, and have maybe some services that they offer, or digital products or something. And so I started teaching about that at 10 o'clock. So I said, okay, first, my 4 o'clock was mindset, kind of getting you in the mindset that you can do this. And then my 10 o'clock became strategy. And it was a strategic conversation about how to do it and what to do and ways to engage and build your community and also monetize. And so that's where that came from. And then you can look at your data. Let me catch up on a few comments. Thanks again. I'm going to have to record and post my challenge video. There we go, friend. Thank you so much, Bryce, for being here. Cameron hasn't even come to check on you yet. I know he's going to be here soon, y'all. He gonna come busting in soon, y'all. Y'all stirring him up. He will come soon, checking on his mama. You know, lately he has his big brother that came back. You know, my oldest was working for the House of the Mouse, and he was working there for a whole year. So that's why you haven't heard me talk about my other son because he wasn't here, but now he's back. So he's done with his 1 year commitment. Thank you, Nika Grace. You said she has. Oh, you're talking about Coach Rhonda. She does have great lives. Following Coach Rhonda. Yes. Hello. Hello. You got this, friends. Thank you all for the follows. I am but more of a pop up and recap of week at 7:30. Let me pin that so you guys know to connect with Coach Rhonda at that time. So because of that, he now has his brother to go to his space. He does not have me to talk to and ask questions and stuff. So he has his brother. You said I went live. Troya, is that it? Troya 40 plus Pixie Life. Love that, friend. I went live for the first time today. Just a rambler, just a rambling. But I'm glad I started. There we go. I love it. Congratulations. That's what it's all about. Just start, friend. That's the main thing. Healing circles. Hello, everyone. How you doing, friend? Thank you, Coach Rhonda. I appreciate you, friend. Hanging lights. Appreciate you. How much should I engage per day? What you mean in terms of content? I tell people give yourself at least, from a content perspective, give yourself at least 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes of content engagement, looking at other lives in your niche and your topic, lives or content in particular. I didn't mean lives, but and engaging in the content for your live, for your topic, as well as commenting on those posts too. Yep. Be right back. Thank you so much. I may be gone. Oh, BB, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Those in the room, I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. Let me know, my friends who are new, howdy, how you doing, Glam? My friends that are new, thank you so much. Glam, you doing your thing in this whole TikTok streets. I see you. I see you, friend. I see you. I see you. I see what you're doing. You are growing, friend. You got a lot of engagement that's coming through your life, too. So awesome, awesome. Those who are coming through, I appreciate you. Check your messages when you get a chance after you're off here. I will, friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the heart puffs. I appreciate you all coming through. Uh, Thank you for the heart puffs. I appreciate it. So I'm going to get off in a few more minutes. I'm going to get off shortly. But let me know who else is going live. Let's put that out there now since I'm doing my transition to get off shortly. If you are new to my room, put new. Make sure you follow if you haven't already so that you can come back and get information about going live. I go live daily at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern every day. And it's a way for you to learn about this platform, learn how to go live with confidence and ease. And then I give live streaming tips. I give engagement tips for you to be successful. And you can decide how you leverage this information for your live stream. That's the main thing. There's different people who do this, but it's really important for you to just, start the process, get comfortable with the platform. I just hit the bell. You hit the bell? Awesome, awesome. Do you have to do it daily? Do you have to do it daily? Thank you for the follow. I encourage daily for the algorithm to get to know you. I think it's important. You're training the algorithm first and foremost, and then you're building community. You get people used to seeing you and showing up. So that helps. I'm going live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. My times vary. This is Lisa Bailey. She is a money motivator. So yeah, I encourage daily, but first of all, just pick a schedule that works for you. I'm going to keep saying that. Start with you. I was thinking weekly. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not enough. You're going to come back once a week and they'll be like, who are you? What's going on? You're going to feel like you're constantly starting from scratch. I'm just going to say that. It's going to be crickets. You're going to constantly start from scratch if you cannot build in a consistency that speaks to you showing up, sharing your message, being intentional about what you're saying, and the algorithm can get used to you. Yeah. I'm doing pop-up at 8 p.m. Central. That's 9 Eastern. Thank you, Miss Darlene. I see you, friend. So November Vision, she's going live at 8:45 Central. And so she'll be live then, live nightly at that time. Hey, I get restricted every time I go live. Simba, oh, something going on. What are you doing? You have a board up? You have a board? Do you have a link in your bio? You might want to take that away. I don't know, friend. There could be any number of reasons. Is there something you're doing or saying? Go live soon, maybe in the next 4 weeks. Okay, all right. Post the content. Make sure you're focusing on your content. Love Universify. You said live at 8 p.m. Eastern. Voice chat Maya Angelou. Ooh, nice. Nika Grace is 8 p.m. Eastern. She's going live at 8 p.m. Eastern. She is in the beauty niche. She is helping people with applying makeup that is 40 plus, and she does an awesome job. Oh my gosh. I plan to go live at 9:30 Eastern, crocheting and chatting. Oh my gosh. Are you Urban Eye Candy? What are you making? What are you crocheting, friend? Yep, that's facts. I love it. I love it. You got to get used to this. Okay. Okay, 8:30 or 9 after I see Nika. Okay, perfect. Okay, I see you. So, Urban Eye Candy, what are you crocheting, friend? Thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody coming through. You guys are awesome. Um, we're gonna round out the last 4 minutes. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. I always tell people, you want to make sure you are claiming your points. If you have not gotten your daily heart meet, the daily heart meet is that heart plus up top. I'm sorry, I said heart plus. It's a heart plus when you haven't gotten when you have already gotten your daily heart meet. But if you haven't gotten it, it says join. Or it might even say follow first, because if you ain't followed me, it don't even say join, because you got to follow me first. But then afterwards it'll say join, and then it will say heart plus. That's what it says. You said a hat. I always enjoy being here. Oh, thank you, November. I appreciate your friend. You're doing a hat. What type of hat? I love that. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. I appreciate you, friend. Going live. Danielle, you said you're going live starting tomorrow. 7:30 p.m. Business and Strategy. 7:30 a.m. Mindset. Love it. Good job, friend. A bucket hat to be specific. Oh, nice. So much wonderful information. Thank you. You're welcome, friends. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, the weekends always do well for me. I mean, not always, but the weekends is one of my favorite days. Saturdays, Sundays. I think it's just we're able to sit and engage. We're able to learn and chat, and we're not in this rush or the busyness of the work week where we can't come together and learn and grow and try something new. So live streaming shouldn't be something you're afraid of. You should feel confident that you can do this because you're going to talk to your audience, your right audience, your target audience, about a topic that you're passionate about, that you're an expert in, that you are comfortable and very familiar with, and you just have this conversation. And if you're new to this, you can say, "I'm new. Come along with me. Let's learn together." So it's something that you really can do well. It's going to take time, and I tell you guys all the time, practice makes progress. As you do it, you get better. One of the things we're doing as an agency is that we have a campaign. These are the campaign areas. We have a campaign that says we're going live every day in January. Legendary January. And so we are doing it every day, and we're trying to make sure that people are learning and growing and getting familiar with the algorithm, talking very clearly about their topic and being comfortable in this way. I'm a nurse practitioner afraid to discuss due to liability issues. Oh yeah, you don't have to talk about your profession. You can talk about something else that you do. Yeah. Yeah, you don't I mean, I would venture to say I don't know if Urban Eye Candy, are you a professional crocheter? Or is that part of something you do as part of your hobby, your passion projects? I don't, people have day jobs, so they don't necessarily always come here and talk about their profession. My old day job was I worked in higher ed adjacent career, and so yeah, I started off doing that by day and talking about TikTok tips at night. So that's it. So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for joining. If you have not already connected with me, definitely go on my bio here. I'm telling you to do it here because if you click my photo here once, and then you click it again once it pops up, it takes you to my main page, and there's a bell in that corner, and that's where you can get information of, you can set a notification when I post content and when I go live. I'm certainly crocheting long enough. I certainly crochet long enough. Yes, yes. I know you have, friend. You are an expert. So, so people do all types of stuff when they go live. So don't feel like you have to talk about your profession. You'll be fine. So not personal information. Yeah, you can do scenarios. Absolutely. Yeah. You said, I'm happy I found you. Thank you so much, Mama Sandy Tribe. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, friend. All right, my dears. I appreciate all you found you today. Love that. Thank you all. I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. in the morning. I talked about live streaming tips, so that's totally fine. I need to talk about the agencies, so I do recruit for that. So I will talk about that tomorrow. So, all right, friends, take care. Appreciate you all. Bye-bye. Good night. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate everybody coming into my live stream. And I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Take care. Bye-bye.